The VGJ Storm roster that reached top 8 at TI this summer found themselves a new home and a new offlaner. TI winning Universe stepped up to the plate this season, and with a Kings Cup Regionals title already under their belt, this team is already making waves.
Can't help but smile when I see that. It's us just messing around in the background, in the forest, of course, of Malaysia. Welcome back to the Kuala Lumpur Major, day number 4, 5, 7. There's been a lot of Dota so far, that's for sure. That's all we know. We're in the bracket now, though, and really starting to focus on the fun stuff. NIP coming back earlier. My goodness, what a performance from them. Downing EG in 3 games after losing the first game, which thoroughly looked like a stomp, didn't it? I wonder what we'll get for game and series number 2, because of course it is Virtus Pro, 4-time major champions in action. Looking okay in the group stages. They go up against a team who many would believe will just get brushed aside. But let's find out from our expert panel whether they agree with that. We've got Black, Bulldog and Gods. Gods, is this going to be a one-way train on your SEA brothers?
Yeah, they're the ones charging the train. Fnatic got this, Paul. Yeah,
Okay, I like it.
I believe in this SEA
Believe
team.
in the C team, I like
yeah,
it.
Yeah, this is a team with a ton of talent. They have looked really good at times. They took Secret to 5 games in a best of 5 earlier on in the year. And I think they're, if they can get things to click, I don't think VP have looked amazing. They can maybe be VP.
Conrad Bulldog.
Yeah, I'm not so sure about that, honestly.
You know?
I feel like you're a little bit biased, but I definitely agree that Fnatic is looking pretty good. But they played against LGD. They got smashed pretty hard. But VP on the same side is not looking their top game, so I feel like both.
VP lost the game to Alliance, Bulldog.
Yeah, but Alliance is back. No, but they're looking also kind of shaky. So it's like this series is going to show like who is actually going to get back in shape.
All right, Black. Before you chime in with this, I've got the skinny on it here. Virtus Pro versus Fnatic, historic, have won their last 6 games against Fnatic in a row. They've won 9 of their last 10 meetings against Fnatic, and they're 13-2 in their last 15 against them. In fact, Fnatic have never beaten Virtus Pro in a best-of-3 series.
That was with Envy, right?
Yeah.
I'm just
Come
asking.
on, what? That's a bit low, isn't it?
This
No,
is like
I'm just asking.
this is like half Mineski, half Fnatic. So like,
Right.
I think you have to
Okay,
also
so you have to
consider
include the Mineski
Mineski
scores?
and
Okay,
VP score,
alright.
which I don't know. I think Mineski beat VP at DAC maybe when they won it.
Yeah,
I can't remember.
I think they might have.
I think they dodged them.
They may have dodged it. Maybe
Yeah,
LGD
I think it was
who knocked them
Vici,
out.
wasn't it? It was
Yeah.
Vici that knocked Virtus Pro out.
Okay, but
Yeah. So that's
it's
that
a different team.
argument
Envy's gone. Envy a good player and all, but this
Right.
is a very different Fnatic roster, and I
It
don't think
is.
Fnatic have those results in their head at all.
Yeah, and
That's whatever.
they
Okay,
really, oh, sorry.
No,
but
no, go.
they really have the star players of Fnatic as well. Like they got DJ, who's I would say easily is like top 3 support player, position 4 easily, and Ice. I'd probably say like top 5 offlaner, and Abed as well, one of the star players mid. So they got like these 3, not cores, but 3 of these players are like
It's a
superstars.
spine, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's a spine of the team all the way through.
Yeah, the only question mark for me is MP, how good he will play, because he used to play on Secret and didn't work out the greatest. Then they got to try the new carry eventually, Nisha, who's like shining super bright in that team. So not sure how good MP really is.
I think MP works because they have greedy cores. Like you need a guy when you have Ice Ice on your team who's not going to have can play with less farm, because Ice Ice is a very greedy offlane player.
Yeah, but he's
So-
getting a lot of flack for just, just being generally not as good as the rest, like mechanically and all that stuff.
MP, he's a good player.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he's
Black-
not bad.
Ignore Black. He's just trying to
He's
get.
good.
Just trying to get in the team. He's trying to.
I mean,
trying to make out they need a farmer.
they already asked me to be standing for this event, but I was like, I gotta be on panel, man.
We're going to take a look at a couple of key players, Black. One of which is your old mate, Ice. This guy never seems to. I never get upset when I see him playing a team because of the way that he plays and because he's going to play at a high level.
I mean, it's a fan
How is-
favorite.
How is he able to do that all the time? Though? He's like, it feels like he's like the SEA S4. He's just doesn't matter how long he's been playing, what position he's playing. He's flashy. He's great at it. He carries the team. How is he still so good?
I mean, I would say he doesn't have a lot of weaknesses. That his biggest weakness would be that the deeper you get into a tournament, he would usually like start underperforming. But yeah, I think if he overcomes that for good, he would actually just be like a player that's very hard to stop. But like as of now, whenever he goes like top 3, top 4, he doesn't play up to his standard, and I don't know why that is. But I hope he will find a solution for that.
He's kind of a gaming prodigy. Like, he played professional StarCraft. He just anything he picks up, he's amazing at. Similar to S4, like who you mentioned. And it really is. If he's losing, it's to himself. His mental game is where he does fall apart, maybe, or can.
How do you? I mean, we've got no one up there as well, Bulldog, and we've seen how well he can play over the last 24 months, I guess, since he really flourished and became this monster. But hasn't had the greatest of tournaments so far. It's a bit hit and miss. Some games you look at him and think, oh, that's the no one we know and love, and then another game, kind of 10 deaths on a Storm and just gets bullied completely out of the game. We don't see that very often, do we?
No, it depends. Like, as long as he just survives the laning phase, we have like a decent one, because he played against Brood against Storm, so that's like a pretty bad matchup. But as long as he gets like one of those heroes that he's good at, not like, don't give him Pugna. Like, it's such a wasted potential. Give him a Tiny or a Playmaker or someone that's the rock of the team, and this guy will carry pretty much.
Okay. You still haven't lost faith in him, though?
No, definitely not.
Okay. Going to get into the draft for game number 1. A Bane first pick for Virtus Pro. Let's have a quick look at the bans as well. Anything stand out? It all seems pretty meta.
All the carries get through, the big 3 we always talk about.
Morph,
so
TB, PL all gone through.
VP love Morphling. That's something they'll almost want more than the TB, but at the same time they'll be happy grabbing either one.
Yeah.
But I don't think anything crazy in the bans. Axe Enigma just seem like must-ban heroes right now in this patch almost.
I guess like the only surprising ban could be the Weaver maybe, but he's been first pick a lot of games as well, so not really surprising. But picking up that Bane means already that they cannot go for that Terrorblade Dazzle that they won their group stage with.
Yeah.
Which is
It must be.
Not
I think
possible anyway.
they'd rather the Morphling anyways to the TB. They're probably going to be second picking Morphling here. And it's that flex core that can go safe lane or mid. If you get a really good mid matchup, Morphling just wins you the game sometimes. So
Picking the TB with the Morph and the PL in there, does that put a bit more pressure on Virtus Pro in a way? Because they might feel like neither of them get through the second phase, presumably. They've got to pick one of them. Do they pick a stronger counter?
I think they're planning on picking one of those 3 carries in the first stage regardless of what Fnatic grabs, so it doesn't change too much with their plan. You don't need to go first 2 picking a Zeus or Tinker. Those heroes are likely going to be there later on in the draft regardless. There's other ways you can do it with TB also.
Would you prefer here, guys? Would you prefer the PL?
I don't know. Like, VP is also one of those teams that can just pick up a Sven sometimes. You never know about VP. They're a team of confidence. They have done it in the past.
Second pick, Val.
Not against
the
TB
only
though.
team who's picked Sven this tournament is NA. Like, there's a reason that hero is not getting picked.
The Ogre, Terrorblade.
Just buff him up, make him strong, and then he BKBs, you take up half the map.
Yeah. As PPD just said, that 4 times multicast against the potential Morphling pickup. Doesn't sound too good, but pretty sure he wasn't serious about that one. But yeah, I think TB is actually quite good against PL until very late game. You pressure him a lot on the map, and you kind of need a Manta to actually really fight against TB.
Why is Ice sleeping?
He's always sleeping.
He's not sleeping.
It looks like he's sleeping a little bit. Half sleeping.
Maybe he's just tired.
Tired of you. Tired of playing with you.
What did I get into here?
Jeez. Morphling.
You can see the
Morphling.
Oh, no Morphling today.
That's why they banned the Weaver.
Okay.
There's still other ways to deal with it. Like, they could potentially Magnus plus another hard carry to deal with TB.
Doesn't that just mean that they can ban out the Morph and the TB and the PL if they want to?
They can. But as I said, there's like other ways. There's like you can Magnus plus a carry.
Could
That
use
was
the
really good
Zeus,
against
the TB.
Troll
Zeus
Magnus.
as well.
Yeah, Troll Mag, or you can also just pick like a Zeus or Tinker that deals with the Terrorblade, and you pick another carry that's just good against the rest. A couple of options you can take here.
Magnus could be hotly contested for both teams though, because that's one of those heroes you talk about buffing up TB with Ogre, do it with Magnus too.
Yep.
And that's a hero Ice plays. Fnatic's gonna ban it though, because I guess VP have first pick coming out of this stage. So
Still means Morph and either Morph or PL will get through. Probably both. Like, you don't really want to ban one and leave the other in.
Hopefully they pick Peel. That'll be fun, I think.
Why is
Terrible against Peel. I haven't
Yeah.
seen that so far. It'll be fun to see something new.
that? Mm-hmm. Very new. I like it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Maybe it's a, you know,
No?
no.
I don't know what you're saying.
Maybe it's a support TB. And then they pick a carry Sven to counter the PL.
Okay.
You're getting a bit too creative.
It is a little bit off meta.
Yeah.
Like that's wilder than a puppy draft.
Yeah. I mean, Jay Storm pulled out a Sven. It was
Yep.
not very effective.
Secret didn't Secret play a Terrorblade support?
Yeah,
Earlier
well,
in
that's
the
a
year.
couple of months ago.
Yeah, it was
Yeah,
ages
it
ago.
was like
wasn't
a
it?
like
year
6,
ago
7
almost.
months.
Was
yeah.
it was it that long ago?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it was.
2 years
Blimey.
ago.
10 years ago.
Like 15 years before.
I think it was
We
Dota 1.
see- well, they banned the Lina, which kind of tells that you kind of want to pick up this Morph.
Yeah.
Because we've seen Morph kind of struggle with the Lina a lot. And it is the Ramses comfort pick. He kind of destroys on that hero.
But Shaker is really good against
Yeah. There is a lot of lockdown.
PL and Morph. Yeah, there is. If you ever get echoed with low HP, just die. Can't do anything.
Mm. You see that? Look at that that ban rate and win rate, by the way. Tick up at 7.19 for Phoenix.
I feel like
Feels
I
like it's
see.
been a long time since it was like 2 years ago or something. There was a phase, wasn't there, where
Didn't he
everyone
start
was
getting
picking
nerfed
them.
too in 7-1?
Yeah, I thought he did.
All his talents, his Fire Spirit nerfed,
Yeah.
just kept getting nerfed and nerfed, but the hero just kept getting picked and
Yeah.
played.
yeah.
I mean, it's just such a big like team fight presence. But whenever I see it against TB, it just loses. I don't think I've seen it win lately against the TB.
Yeah,
It's
you're
also,
probably gonna see it now.
It's also as a result of the fact that other supports have fallen off, isn't it? The fact that it gets picked up, it was kind of in the middle of the meta already, but I guess as others get found out and fixed or whatever,
Yeah.
it rises up.
I mean, a huge issue is that a lot of supports don't actually contribute to team fights. Whereas Phoenix, he could potentially be a core too. A lot of flexibility.
Yeah, we've seen more of that for
Yeah.
sure. Centaur, third pick.
Yeah,
Okay.
it probably just means that Pasha will play it then. Like we've seen Centra as a support, but probably not. I don't think VP will do that.
Not with the Phoenix and the Bane, will they?
Yeah.
Brute, mother.
Ooh.
Yeah,
Okay.
VP's got their entire lineup now for the supports and
Now the Kunk and
the
Mag
stunts.
ban makes sense though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, we have seen mid one though. He just picked the PL, and he beat a Brute Mother with just double Stout Shield.
Mm. It's going to be a Brood and a TB this time, though.
Yep.
and it's not hard to deal with the Brood in lane, honestly. It's just the problem is that he farms so fast. You can kind of get overwhelmed sometimes.
We've even seen the Morphling mid against the Brood at least once.
Yeah.
Maybe not this tournament, but I remember seeing that.
Is
Morphling
it
actually
good?
beat Brood. Yeah, you
I'm
get
pretty
the
doubtful.
Aquila. You get the Aquila. You get the double Stout Shield.
I don't believe it until I see it. That sounds. I don't believe it.
I don't think Morph can beat a Brood.
Well, I
You
mean,
got so
Kyle,
much
Kyle
on-
said it did, but
Yeah.
I don't trust Kyle.
but it might be an offlane Brood as well, because Ice likes to play
Yeah.
Brood.
Is it Ice that would played mid if they did that?
No, it's still I bet his Brood is also quite good.
Monkey.
Yeah.
The-
Yeah.
Classic
that makes
counter.
sense, doesn't it?
Against Brood? Very easy lane. You just use your Q and kill all the spiders.
Yeah. Or you just right click him.
Yeah.
It's a great hero. I mean, I think they might just dodge the mid lane because they have second pick anyway, so they will have the last pick.
Look at that jump up in the win rate as well for the Monkey King.
Yeah.
47.
Thank you, mid one.
That's all mid-ones games.
No, not all of them, but
It's been quite a few, though, isn't it?
I think Secret has the highest win rate with Monkey though, right? Probably.
I think Alliance has been bringing it down a little bit.
I'd say Alliance been picking a lot, but have they been winning a lot?
What about forward? They also picked Monkey a lot and lost with it a lot.
Yeah.
But I think it's gonna be an offlane Brood and they're just gonna pick something to counter the Monkey mid.
Off-lane Brood in 2018. Is it good?
You would know.
But didn't
No, I
Alliance?
wouldn't know.
Didn't Alliance do an offlane Brood one game?
In the group?
Well, they put it safe lane because
Oh,
they
safe
avoided the
Okay,
lane.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
But and I don't think it worked out that well. Like the reason he's so good middle is because you have close access to ancients and all the neutrals. You just farm super efficiently.
You got a medallion, you farm everything like in a minute interval.
Yeah.
Yeah. VP's like, what are we banning?
I mean, it's the nice size here. I would ban. The problem he plays a bit of everything. Like
You
he played
ban Isis
Tidehunter.
here? I think Brood. I don't know. Well, you don't know. That's a problem. It could be offlane Shaker,
Yeah.
but it's not an ice hero.
He's
Yeah,
played
he
it though,
played-
isn't it?
He
Yeah,
plays
he has, but
everything.
it's like
But-
not his like super comfort, I think.
I'm sure he'll go Ags and just jump in and die or something. Sounds like Ice.
I mean, they've all started copying the Ags build now.
Yeah, blindly too. I don't like it at all. There was like
Zai did it though, and he said it felt really good.
yeah, but like, for example, last series it felt really bad. He had like 3,000 gold saved up, and then he bought like 3 parts of the axe, had no blink.
But mind control went dagger, didn't he? Last
Yeah,
game.
micro roam dagger. That was good.
Mm.
He's a TI winner after all.
Yeah, he knows.
All right, they just go back
There's
for a
Morph.
Morphling.
Okay, very flexible lanes too. Morph could go mid save. Monkey
Yeah.
could go mid save.
Yeah,
like
they can wait and see where the Brood's going to go and adjust.
But I could potentially pick a hero that beats both Monkey and Morph in mid lane.
Such as?
Abed Invoker maybe.
Lena's gone.
Yeah.
What else can they get? I don't know how greedy you want to go when you have Brood and Terrorblade, though.
Yeah.
Like, I could see, like, a Tinker type hero being good, but then you look at the overall
Very
draft,
greedy.
and I'm like, well, do you really want Tinker with Terrorblade Brood? That doesn't sound as good, even though Tinker against Monkey Morphling can work.
yeah, I just think you need some more control and lockdown, honestly.
Maybe even like a Zeus or something could be good. Just like some I think Radiant lacks a bit of damage too. They have like no burst at all, other than Shaker. Something like a Zeus or Invoker would be pretty good in that regard.
Zeus,
Yeah.
God of Thunder.
Ice, 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 offlane Zeus?
Possible. Could this be a mid Zeus off them Brood? It's like whatever they wanna do.
The offlane Brood just feels like if you get that bad matchup against Monkey, it's like you can't just use the jungle. Like you're,
Right. Yeah.
it's like your farm is so much slower than the mid Brood. Like a mid Brood against Monkey, yeah, it's a bad lane matchup, but you can still farm.
So I do go for the Abed Invoker. Very greedy
Look
though.
at that draft.
Very
Mm.
greedy.
Yikes.
Look at the Fnatic draft.
I mean, if they reach
Holy
mid late
moly.
game, do I even believe in that? Like,
It's got to be Quaswex Invoker this game. I mean, you go Exort for the lane, but you've got to go back for that.
you definitely have to go
Wex.
Exort. Like last time with 40 damage against Morphin
Yeah,
was not
but
fun.
you do the,
Yeah.
the build that we've been seeing where you get the Exort. Like, you go 2-0-2 and then you start maxing Wex
Yeah.
or something.
They definitely need
Mm.
some
So it's
master
a
damage. though.
DJ Shaker and an Ice 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 Brood.
It's scary though. I think Fnatic's lineup has a lot of weaknesses.
That's a tough lineup
Your
for
prediction.
VP. Yeah, Black, do you want to start?
Well, then I gotta go for VP.
Okay.
Although I believe in Fnatic, but VP just has a way better draft, I think.
Wait, what? So hold on. You believe in one team, but you're going for the other team?
Yeah, I mean, heart
What?
and brain, gotta.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah, well,
Okay,
I,
I
also,
don't know which is which, but anyway, Bulldog.
I'll also have to go for VP. I think their lineup is just better. Fnatic has some weaknesses, you said, a little bit too greedy, and I think they'll just make sure that Monkey will play against the Brood, and then the Brood will be not so strong anymore.
Okay, hold on a minute. I thought we said this was a good Fnatic drop. I don't know. I'm gods.
It's like the same thing. My heart says Fnatic.
Yeah.
My
The
brain.
head says Virtus Pro.
Well, without being on power with these guys, I've kind of lost some brain cells, so I'm going to stick with Fnatic because my brain doesn't know what to think here.
Okay.
so.
All right. So I think
Fnatic. Yeah.
I think
Rude.
Black went with Virtus Pro, but I'm kind of lost now. Anyway, it's a very confusing panel. We're going to kick things off with, it seems, with our panelists. Black and Bulldog have both decided. Finally, we're going to get them to go to Virtus Pro, which is great. Okay, so they're both going Virtus Pro. However, the SEA brother on the panel, of course, he goes with Fnatic. Ladies and gentlemen, it is time for our first game.
I'm so biased.
Thank you very much, Red Eye. Yes, it's VP versus Fnatic. I'm Odie Pixel. I'm here with Fogged, and
Hello.
this series should be a pretty damn fun one. We've got some. As the panel said, Fnatic going all out on the OP heroes. It seems we've got Terrorblades and Broodmothers on the same sides. VP themselves trying to go for some of the classic sort of counters we've seen to Brood in the lane and such. They're drafting the Monkey King again, and we'll see if they get that matchup. They do also have, of course, the Ramses Morphling, so a little bit of overpoweredness for themselves in terms of the carries.
This should be quite an interesting one. I do agree with panel. I think Fnatic's draft is pretty greedy. I think Abed is going to have to really step forward here in this game to kind of pull this mid-game together, because like Ogre and Earthshaker, it's a little bit of an awkward support duo as well. The Earthshaker has to get it to the mid game, and I think like Fnatic's draft, they want to take it to the late game, right? They want to take it late with Terrorblade Invoker, but VP, I don't really think they mind too much doing that either. They've got a Morphling, they've got the Monkey King, they've got good team fight as well surrounding it. So we'll see how it plays out with all these lane setups. So right away we see VP. They're getting 3 bounty runes, and they've got the matchups already that they want. They've got the Monkey King versus the Broodmother. They've got the Morphling versus the Invoker. So from that start already, VP should be off to a good one.
Do you think Fnatic were expecting VP to make these sort of lane switches and they themselves would just accept them, or do you think we could see Fnatic change things? Or can you not really be moving heroes like the Invoker around?
I think exactly that. We've seen some teams do it, right? Like Serenity, I believe, was one of the teams that did it a lot. And I think what was RNG when we were watching them at Mother Minor did it a few times too, right? They did it around the safe lane Invoker.
Oh yeah,
sure.
with Stay.
Yeah, Stay was running the safe lane Invoker, but it's not good. It's actually just extremely weak. You need to be mid. You need to be getting these levels. And now we actually don't have a 1v1 since you don't want Invoker in a 1v1 versus Morphling. They bring the Ogre, and Solo was already kind of in the area, and he's like, all right, so we'll match that 2v2. This should favor VP anyway, at least in the mid lane. Top lane, they're actually just doing some pulling right away. DJ's pulling the second wave, so no one's going to have to last hit everything under the tower. I'm going to watch him last hitting under the tower. See if he gets every single one of them here. You guys can watch the mid lane, but we'll watch this, because last hitting creeps is more exciting for me.
Mid lane, bit of an attempt onto Ramses, but he's got the shift good to go, of course. Sal's up as well, back up to full HP. There's bottom lane.
No one missed one, by the way, just an update.
Pasha just trying to do his best here to play around with MP, get those fire spirits on him to just make it a little harder to get those CS, to get the harass out whilst he's using this first use of the Metamorphosis.
This is a Terrorblade who's alone down bottom for now, because the way that they've set up their lanes. The Earthshaker doesn't really help lanes too much, and Ogre has to stay mid to help the Invoker, so bottom lane's going to become extremely difficult for
as soon as that
MP.
meta ends.
It's already pretty much gone, and now they're going to threaten to kill. I think he might actually just go down here. They can close the gap.
Yeah, if Roger can get on top of him. I mean, it's actually going to be Fnatic getting the kill onto the Bane in the middle of his first blood, and MP is able to sort of juke his way through the trees far enough to keep the distance, so he'll get away.
Oh yeah, did you say that? Was I not listening? It's a Centaur support?
I did not pick that up.
Yeah, it's Roger playing Centaur, and it's Pasha playing the Phoenix. Not something we see every day.
And it looks like, I mean, Roger's hitting the CS at the moment.
I think they're giving him boosts.
I
think he's just getting
for the most part, you still give Phoenix the farm priority.
Yeah,
because you've got Pasha playing it.
I think they want, what they want to be thinking about here is that the Phoenix wants to have a good game, because all his magic damage versus a Terrorblade is going to be fantastic for their team. Stun connects bottom. They have the boots now on the Centaur. They can bully FT quite a bit, but Jabs is here now to at least help. Pasha actually commits forward.
Yeah,
they really want to threaten the kill.
For this. He gets another Fire Spirits out. If you can get another sort of double edge and a right click, it may just be enough. MP trying to hide. Pasha will be in trouble though, as Jabs will chase him down. That's going to be a kill for the Ogre once more. And MP was duking through the trees. He had the salve back up, so MP's out at the sidelines and back into the lane at pretty much full HP.
Alrighty. Yeah, they've really committed forward for that kill. Jabs' rotation on point. DJ as well, because we saw him move mid, get that kill onto Solo with the Abed Invoker. And I'm curious to see what Abed's going to do. You know, Panel said...
Yeah, what sort of skill?
Yeah, the little, the build that we've been seeing quite a bit there. The Sampler, I'm calling it. You just have 2 or 3 points in Quas and Exor, and then you go for those 4 points in Wex. So you can be the hero that moves around, because I think he actually has to be the one that moves around. Otherwise, it puts a lot of pressure onto DJ as a Earthshaker. No one is doing incredibly well top. He just keeps... Now he's getting for the phase boots, so... Once he gets those, he can always bound the strike to take out the entire creep wave, or the entire spiders.
Down bottom, they do get MP.
Yep.
Roger and Pasha with harass. We've seen the last 2 times a little unsuccessful. This time they will be able to bring down the kill. They may lose heroes in return though. Pasha in trouble, held in place. Sunstrike's going to be off the mark though.
He turned. He didn't continue walking forward.
They may still get him, and they should with the slow. DJ trying to go for it, but Roger's there threatening the Hoostomp, so he actually has to keep the distance. There's still a Fire Blast, as Jabs will be able to claim the kill onto Pasha. Still Fnatic leading in the kills.
They need to get those type of trade kills bottom, because the Terrorblade's not getting any last hits for now. At least now they've pushed away the Centaur. They've pushed away the Phoenix for the time being. But now DJ.
Ooh, Solo is there, along with Roger. As, yeah, the first Hoostomp and double edge bringing DJ low. DJ, can he get himself away? Cannot. Roger with the double edge. Cleans up the Shaker.
Dude, Jabs is going to have so many kills
I mean,
early.
Jabs has picked up, it was 4 kills.
4 kills already.
4 kills, 4 minutes in. I mean, Jabs is having the time of his life on this Ogre Magi, just roaming from mid to bottom, getting involved in all the action and getting the cleanup kills.
They really ideally want Abed to get those last hits with the Sunstrike because he's going to suffer a lot in that mid lane. But yeah, Jabs is a happy Ogre. Bounty runes coming out. Jabs is going to claim 2. And Ice 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 might be able to claim the top 2 as well. So
Yeah.
it should be 4 runes for Fnatic pretty soon. Abed mid. Solo setting up.
Have they got enough damage? They
The
do
Fissure.
not quite have enough. The Fissure indeed from DJ. Keeping Abed safe. They'll head straight forward, and Solo and Ramses will be kept at bay. Great timing for DJ to be there, sat behind Abed. He knew that sort of play was going to come in, and he was more than ready to save them.
The 2 supports on Fnatic just doing perfect timing rotations for these first 5 minutes. But they're still not getting a huge lead out of it. It's only 4-2, but we see the spiders, of course, starting to add up, so no one has that increased net worth, even though Broodmother's actual net worth is higher with less last hits, because she's able to just jungle constantly.
Let's see. What's this now? You say no one with this build this game. I imagine he will sort of go for the Echo Shadow Blade. No one's not really a Battle Fury builder on his Monkey King, is he?
No.
No.
I don't think so. I mean, this game could be one that it suits for it, though, because he's versus a
True.
Terrorblade and a Broodmother. So it's like, there could be a possibility that he does do it. But
Bottom lane. They do manage to get themselves on top of MP once again. Pasha and Roger. This time they find him, and no support close enough to help out. Jab's not quite there.
But now
Meantime,
Jabs
he's chasing down again, looking for cleanup kills.
do they have a Sunstrike? They've got it
They need
invoked.
the Sunstrike.
Will he go for it? Roger's juking. Roger's just stepping side to side, making it too difficult. And meanwhile, Abed mid gets slept up. Ramses will commit. They know DJ's near the area.
Trying to get Solo. Hold snap. DJ trying to go for the chase down, but Solo's already up to the high ground. Sunstrike going to be off the mark. Solo is able to keep it safe for the movement. That top tower has been taken down, but no one is able to get the deny. So a little bit of the gold taken away there, but still Ice's reign on this top lane continues. As this Brood getting all the farm in the world. Same as to be said as the Monkey King, but you definitely got to be worried about this Broodmother, as we've seen time and time again what Ice has been able to do on this hero when he gets sort of this free farm at the beginning.
No one went for the courier there with that tree dance level up there. So yeah, Ice, he's farming well. No one's also getting good farming. As you said, the tower deny is very significant, though.
Roger gets taken down by Jabs again. That's the 5th kill for the Ogre. As Jabs having an absolutely beautiful time this game.
My big concern is still that MP's not farming. He's now gone to do what, what Terrorblades do, go to the jungle, try to catch back up, but that's going to give Pasha an absolute free lane. He's already almost level 6 on the Phoenix with his Urn. So we could see him TP to rotate and help out the lanes as well. And top looks like it's going to be one of the more static lanes, just continuing to be like this. Ice just going to keep farming these jungle cramps on top of trying to pressure no one a bit. Should have a very early defusal, which will be very helpful for them. He can threaten kills on these supports quite easily. I say supports, but it's a Centaur support, so it's a little bit harder.
He's still a bit beefy,
Yeah.
and he's got good skill set to sort
Look
of
at
hold
MP
up bottom
bottom.
lane.
He's just dead.
Pasha making the heads-up play straight in with the Supernova, and MP could not quite get himself out of range.
The things that Terrorblade hate playing versus the most in the early game is just high magical damage.
Yeah.
That's what
Phoenix
that's what
and
allowing a
Centaur in
Phoenix.
a nutshell.
Yeah, a Phoenix core, right? So you allow this Phoenix to get these extra levels, an Urn. Now he gets the Urn charges too.
Yeah, I mean, for sure. The Terrorblade and Invoker off to a bit of a rough start.
It's a greedy draft, just like Panel was talking about.
Yeah.
It is absolutely
Something
Very
so
greedy.
something's going to get punished. Maybe they, you don't sort of plan for 2 of the 3 lanes though to sort of go as they have been. It's top
No
lane,
one.
no one. The wrap around from DJ. DJ looking for the angle from Fissure. Will be able to block him off. Jabs coming in as well. No one turns with the Boundless. Tries to clear the spiders out, but it won't be there to hold back the Ogres. The setups were there with the Fire Blast, Sunstrike. They have the burst to take down no one.
He actually hit Ice with that too. He got the Jingu, but more than enough damage from that Sunstrike. But they have to keep rotating both of the supports to be able to doing this. Now MP, he's gone. I mean, he's gone back to the full jungle. But because of this now, VP, they're like, all right, Pasha, you kind of jungle, and now we'll give Roger the lane. So Roger will be kind of transitioning to a core to get that Blink Dagger for the next few moments for VP. And that's going to be pretty big for them. He's going to be able to get it at a very fast time because it's completely uncontested in the bottom lane.
Oh, he's been totally left alone. With a
So
bit of time.
They're gonna have like these 4 cores on VP because of the way they've set up this early game. Fnatic's gonna have the They're giant Broodmother, but the other 2 cores are going to be extremely slowed down. So as we see Abed, he's gone for the... He had 2-0-3 build, gets that point in the Wex, going for the phase boots into the urn. So now he's going to start transitioning to try to be like setting up those kills. So it's not all the pressure in the world on DJ, because so far it has been. Jabs has had some great rotations too, but he's not the one that needs the important farm. He's an ogre.
Oh, no one. Comes down to grab the rune. He does have the Wukong's command, but it's going to get cancelled there by the Fire Blast, the Sunstrike as well. It will get on top of him and take him down. He may have got the bounty rune, but he pays with his life. As Jabs again in the right place, and this sort of whole area of the map becoming Ice Ice's territory. A little spooky. Mid lane. Attempt onto Abed. They
So
jump
much
in.
damage.
Pasha comes in with a rotation, and with the amount of magical damage they have, no way for Abed to magic his way out of there. So
It's really clever the way they're doing it, actually. Like, Centaur, they make this as a support, so and he's like, oh, he can't roam, right? Like, the Centaur's just going to be this
But he
laner.
can just farm.
Phoenix can roam, though. You don't need a Blink Dagger. You just Icarus dive, throw your spells out, and you can be that one to threaten kills onto the lanes.
I mean, Pasha's got, what, 1,700 gold? I mean, when you're sort of playing the core Phoenix, what are you sort of tempted to buy? Is this again where you're tempted
could
to
be a
get the
Midas.
Midas?
Yeah, it could be a Midas
Get the
this time
Midas, get the
around.
levels up.
Sometimes I would say the Veil can be kind of value because it buffs up majority of your, like, all your spells.
True.
But he doesn't really have anyone else who benefits from it so much, so maybe not that one this time. The Midas looks like it could definitely be an option, though. Might as well if it's going to be so early. And like we said, Roger, he is just sitting bottom, absolute free farm on the center. And look, like we were talking about the
He's
4
making
cores.
his way towards that Blink.
Yep, they're going to
He's
have
getting
these
there.
4 cores. Problematic.
I mean, Ice just needs to do something phenomenal this game. I mean, he has done in the past. His Spider can carry matches, but it's going to be a tough one. He needs to make so much space for a good duration of time to allow MP and Abed to actually get into the game.
Yep. Absolutely. I mean, Abed's level 7, Morphling level 9. Now Solo, he's on the move around as his Bane. He's just trying to get vision so they can keep tabs on where this Terrorblade is farming, because they know this is a lineup of Fnatic where all 3 cores are going to be jungling. Every single one of them. The playmaking is going to be extremely difficult for the side of Fnatic. As DJ, he's trying to get some farm online. He's got level 6 now, and we do see the Midas purchase by Phoenix. So.
Okay. Understandable, and they do find Solo. Ice, but the Spider Army takes the Bane down. But it feels like every
Just a
moment
Bane.
the amount of the map that's just sort of being controlled by VP and confidently farmed is just infinitely more than that of Fnatic at the moment. They just don't have the space and place to get Abed and MP getting the farm.
Yeah, and I think this Phoenix can go for some super big items.
I think he's got Midas Shiva's Guard, don't you?
Midas Radiance too.
Or Midas
he's cleared up the Radiance.
Okay, I
Yeah.
like it.
I think he can
I
go
like
for
it.
this type of build in this game because it's really good versus the Terrorblade at all the stages. It's good versus Brood. It's going to just apply so much damage in an AoE. And I mean, Roger, he has his Blink pretty much finished.
And this is what the support Centaur. He's got his Blink, and not only that, he's got good levels too. He's level 8.
Yep.
So he is a massive threat. I mean, if he starts moving around the map, I mean, him plus, to be fair, anyone else on the side of VP, that gets a kill. Especially onto the squishy cores now at this early stage of the game, like the Invoker and the Terrorblade.
Yeah, any of the core heroes plus this, I mean, it's a core Centaur now pretty much. Will get kills, guaranteed pretty much. As long as Fnatic isn't sitting behind. So we were saying a lot of pressure on DJ. It's going to continue to be a lot of pressure on DJ. And he's only 1 point in the fissure. He's gone for the maxed Aftershock this game too. Which sometimes it's like if you're farming really well, it's really nice. If you can actually get on top of people, it's nice, but... He's going to be really slowed down. So like you want to get this one if you're going to be able to get your Blink Dagger early and get on top of people, but could get punished quite a bit here as we see VP. They've got the Blink on Roger. They're getting rid of the smokes. They want Ice. That's the big target. They know that he's the only one farming on the map. Roger gets his smoke broken, but they didn't see him just yet.
Yeah, let's see if Ice pokes himself out. Will do so. So Ice reveals himself. Set it with the Boundless Strike. They've got the Wukong's command out as well, and Ice in trouble. He's trying to run the Whostop's actually going to miss, but it does not matter. Pasha dives in, has enough damage to get the kill. DJ will be lucky enough to escape, but VP get that kill that they're after. They get Ice. Slowing down his farm and just making sure that one hero at the moment on Fnatic's side that's having a good game is sort of put to a bit of a stop.
Yeah, DJ tried to, because he has this max Aftershock build, right? So he wanted to get in on top of the Monkey King in order to use it. He didn't actually throw the fissure, so it allowed the Monkey King to get the ulti off.
Yeah.
So they can't actually threaten that kill, and there's already a rotation coming. Yeah, I'm getting very concerned for Fnatic. I mean, MP, he's starting to catch back up, but Abed is just out of the game. He's now got an urn, and he's got the 4 points in Wex, so it makes your tornadoes a bit easier to land and all that, but this is extremely problematic as the kills just keep getting threatened.
Roger.
VP,
He's found MP.
he's
does
going to
have
burn
Sunder.
to death. He has to Sunder his teammate.
But is he?
He didn't.
He didn't. I guess I wasn't expecting the damage to be that crazy. I don't think MP was even.
It's a level 11 Phoenix.
Well, that's the thing you've got to bear in mind. It is a core Phoenix with high levels. The damage is going to be that ridiculous, but I guess, you know, in the day and age when you're much more used to it, sort of 50, you're not used to that sort of Phoenix damage at 15 minutes in, but Pasha, playing the core Phoenix, yeah, it just destroyed him.
If you get hit by Icarus Dive plus Fire Spirits this early on, like you have to. Yeah.
Apparently so, yeah. I think MP, he'll realize that for next time.
Yep.
But that time round, yeah, he could have absolutely gone over to DJ and said, hey, DJ. You know, they would have both lived, of course, because DJ himself wasn't ticking down to any sort of burn damage. But, yeah, little mistakes. Which,
DJ's going the Enchant Totem now, too. He's actually just not leveling Fissure. And he's not getting a lot of farm either. This is different. I mean, we've seen it as the core Shaker. We've seen this, but as support Shaker, getting in their faces is a lot harder with
maybe he says, I've got to become a core this game.
Maybe, perhaps.
I've got to become a core this game. We'll see. It's top Fnatic. You start
Roger?
by Roger. Oh, he just gets a beautiful 3-man who stop. The Supernova's going to be successful as well. Fnatic, they've just got to bail out of here. This is not a fight they can stick around for, as they've lost 1, they've lost 2, lost 3. Pasha even burning down DJ. Jump 4 from Roger. They've got themselves another. This is an absolute slaughter. Fnatic. Oh, this game is not one of Fnatic's finest. I mean, VP
Definitely not.
They're just outplaying them in every single shape and form.
In every aspect, too, right?
Yeah.
Just the idea, the way that they've had this support Centaur working out perfectly, and Pasha's going to be huge,
They
going to
got
have a
away with it,
Radiance
yeah.
soon. They got completely away with it. This is just, yeah, it's weird. Like, this level 1 Fissure is really strange
The way
for me.
that Roger got in there was just absolutely beautiful. Getting the 3 of them like that. You know, they try and get solo, but even as that, they can't. The control's there on Ice. He's stuck in the Wukong's command, can't move away. And the classic VP, you know, they're not, they sort of see the obvious kills, but then they're always searching for more. They make sure that there's no chance that anybody escapes.
Absolutely.
VP, they're into the pit. Sunstroke will scout it out.
It's a DD Morphling, though, so that he's doing like almost 400 damage a hit at the 17-minute mark. The Spider's coming in. Stun gonna connect, and they get the Aegis.
They get the Roshan, they get the Aegis onto Ramses. Jump forward for no one. Scouting out action, just the amount of gap close that these heroes have, as you saw. The jump from the Monkey King, the waveform, the dive, the blink on the Centaur. How do you escape this? As soon as they see you, you're probably going to die if you're Fnatic.
Yep. 84% win probability already. They've got the blink on DJ. All right, they're gonna need something miraculous from this Earthshaker.
He's got to do something crazy. I mean, he does have, as you say, so the max aftershock. If he can get on top of people with the Echo, it's going to be nice.
Maybe the burst damage from the Enchant Totem
Maybe
too.
he kills
if he finds,
yeah,
if he finds a low HP Morphling, if he gets like a double Enchant Totem, maybe.
Roger does have to use the Stampede there to get away, as Arbeb was ready to back up.
Ramsey's
and be
top.
lane. Oh,
he got the Morph off.
Get the Morph off.
That's
or the ship, yeah.
Because like this level 1 Fissure, like he fissures, but then when the time that he blinks to get the Enchant Totem follow-up, it's only a 1 second stun duration.
Right.
So he already gets it off because of this.
Yeah.
It's very strange to see it. And now VP. Now they know their Earthshaker has Blink Dagger too. And they're very content with the way that this game's going, as this Radiance is coming online very soon for Pasha. Roger, like we said, is a core hero as well. Everything is just going their way, and Fnatic can only just farm, and while they're farming, Ramses just commits alone forward, gets a kill.
He just killed off MP. That's MP off the map, no farming for him for another 30 seconds.
Oh
and,
boy.
Sure, you'll take the loss of the Aegis for that one, just sort of rubbing extra salt into the wounds of MP, making his game even more miserable. As no
one's going in for himself. He's like,
all
all right, my turn.
He feels very strong. The Fissure will save Jabs, though. Stops no one from being able to keep himself on top of Jabs. What do they do? And as we've seen as well,
we get all the spiders too.
The entire family of Ice slaughtered by the Monkey King.
And they're hunting him. They're hunting this Broodmother. Ice playing in his free pathing, but they're spotting him.
I mean,
he's getting gripped. He's dead.
And they just walk in and catch him. And I mean, Ice, he's the one that had to be this amazing hero this game, and he farmed well, and that was pretty much it. He farmed well. I mean, he had a 1v1 lane. he had a jungle to himself. It's expected, you know, it's a standard day for Ice, but as we're seeing, even for him with the farm that he had, there's not really much he can do to help his team at this point. And going out on his own, VP now at a point where they're more than strong enough to very easily kill and catch that Spider.
Radiant are scanning.
All right, Fnatic. This is where this is the time where you sit behind your Terrorblade to try to
I mean, they're seeing
secure
Roger,
some kills. But he's got a Vanguard.
You can't go on that.
This is a support Centaur with Blink Vanguard at 20 minutes. Yeah, DJ pretty much has to land like these 4 or 5 man echoes, but there's already now a BKB on the Monkey King too. This Morphling's getting extremely tanky now. He's actually now sitting at higher HP. I think the one time he saw the Earthshaker coming in, he was like, okay, never again. I'm gonna sit much at a much healthier margin to make sure I can't actually get caught out because of that.
That's the 20-minute radiance on your offlane Phoenix now done. Wow. Pasha, ready to burn some fools.
Level 15 as well. So yeah, let's see how much damage is it all gonna be. Yeah, it's a lot. 480 just from Fire Spirits, 280 from. Yeah, it's a lot of damage that's gonna be coming out just from him. Just him Icarus diving over and just landing Fire Spirits on anyone. They will take majority of their health pool.
Yeah, and we're a while away from anyone, of course, on Fnatic having a BKB. Ice being the closest at the moment, but he himself is still just about halfway there.
That's probably the next big timing for Fnatic is just get the double BKBs, try to smoke, try to take some type of fight with your Blink Dagger or Earthshaker. Because if they don't get a good fight with those 2 BKBs, this one's looking really, really hard. Got the Spirit Vessel 2 on Abed, so they want to be able to get some charges to at least dish it out onto that Morphling, because he hasn't gone for the Manta style as far as I can see yet. He's got the items for it though, but he wants to be more greedy, it looks like, for the Scotty. Pasha. They get the scan successful onto the Ogre as he's coming through. Pasha just kind of waltzes by, plays a little bit more defensively. No one with a second deny on the tower. And VP, now they're just split up on the map. Everyone's, you know, someone's farming top lane, Roger's farming mid lane, Ramsey's farming bottom lane. Everyone's just split up because they know the playmaking on Fnatic. It's just completely gone. And oh.
And maybe if Ramses goes for Agi. But nah, it's not going to be the case. And DJ, he's actually not even bothering to stick around to see if he can catch him out in any sort of slip-up. He's scared that there will be more hunting through the trees for him.
Rule of thumb usually versus Invokers is you don't sit too low HP. So I think Ramsey, like what we said, after that first time,
I don't think we've seen him, yeah.
Yeah, he's just not going to sit down that far anymore. Until later stages, then he'll probably start morphing down to like 1 edge, one strength.
Oh, when when I guess you got a really good read of the map and the Invoker's dead and such.
Yeah.
But yeah, for the most part, Ramsey's keeping it around that sort of 1k HP.
Roger, they're giving Roger some space to farm, giving him his, I think he pretty much he has the Crimson Guard finish now on top too. So the Broodmother and the Terrorblade, that physical damage that they could have coming in from the fights, if Roger's there, it will be gone.
There we go, Rod. He tried to jump
Gets
in.
the echo.
DJ just get the echo and the control. They've got the combo here coming out, but already it's going to be Fnatic that lose DJ. BP still all alive for now.
That was very quick reactions by DJ.
It was straight up with the Echo Slam, but as it were, just not enough damage, even with Arbe being around at this stage. Just he's only got the phase and an empty Spirit Vessel.
And only 4 points in Exort.
Yeah.
He went for the he wanted to go for the Wex to try to make the plays happen on the map,
damage.
But the lanes and everything fell apart so fast for Fnatic. It's 14k gold lead, 14k experience lead for VP.
It's a rough one. I mean, Arbed, he's got less money than the support Centaur.
He really does.
At the same time, this is Roger having an absolutely amazing game.
For
this
sure.
is the thing. This is a very rich support Centaur. But as you can see, just Arbed unable to keep up with the farm, can't find really any place to be that's allowing him to get that gold.
Yeah, it's just the greed for them is not paying off right now.
It really isn't. It was a worry during the draft, and we're certainly seeing what sort of happens when, as a team you go, hey, Terrorblade's fun. He's powerful, we'll throw him in. Hey, Broodmother's fun and powerful, we'll throw him in. Hey, Arbed, you can play Invoker, we'll throw that in too. All these pieces, like they're excellent pieces, but together, it's very hard to execute, and especially when you're doing it against a team like VP.
Especially when you're doing it against heroes that do well against those heroes too, right? Like the Morphling mid lane versus Invoker, Monkey King top lane versus the Broodmother, this Centaur Phoenix high magic damage versus a Terrorblade in the bottom lane. So like we said, at Fnatic, they can't really make plays right now. They need to wait for those BKBs and hope for the best. and wait for that Echo Slam to come back up. They almost have both, right? Yeah. BKB finished on Brood and 275 for MPs.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack. Radiant's top tower is under
As VP, just free to take towers as they wish. They know that there's very sort of little pressure from them in terms of team fight. Roger.
He's got a Crimson Guard.
Those spiders ain't going to do anything.
Yeah.
is under attack.
They're dying, actually. No, he gave spiders. Only the spider rates, though, so don't give up too much.
Yeah, Roger.
You know, I actually I was running into Pasha in the elevator coming down here, and I was like, this should be a pretty close and exciting match. And he's like, nah, we're gonna go 0-2. But it looks like he was just messing with me as they came incredibly prepared.
They certainly did. Pasha certainly, he's a bit of a joker, likes to have a laugh.
He is.
This game one certainly looking a little grim for Fnatic. I think at the least, though, it can be, you can sort of be certain that I think Fnatic, they'll realize that, hang on, we were a little greedy. Next game, this is very fixable. They can absolutely try a different approach. Because VP, they are not going to let this sort of greed pass by.
No, and VP is one of those teams that we say a lot is if they win 2 lanes, or if they win 2 lanes and kind of trade in 1 lane, you're in big trouble if they have a good composed lineup. And this is a good composed lineup, and they did exactly that. They won 2 lanes, and they traded in the top lane. I guess you could say Ice won the lane, but he did get both towers denied. So that's a pretty good thing for no one.
And I like, and obviously, as we saw from their lane with the Centaur and the Phoenix, do you think, when you do have these 2 heroes, is this the better way to run it? Have it with the Phoenix having the priority at the beginning? Or do you think it's just as good the other way? Or do you think VP are actually showing us this is the better way to play that combo on the same lane? Because it seems really strong.
I personally like it in particular versus Terrorblade.
Yeah.
Versus these heroes that suffer versus high magic damage. If your Phoenix gets really high levels, then this magic damage just makes the game super difficult.
Yeah.
For the Terrorblade in specific. And it's neat, like I was saying too, like this Centaur, he needs a Blink Dagger to gank, but Phoenix doesn't. Like, he made those rotations mid. Now they've got BKB Morphling, they almost have Shiva's Phoenix. I mean, everything's just going perfect
everything
for
is there for VP and Fnatic. They're just still trying to find their first something really on a lot of their heroes. As Aghanims for Abed, still about 600 gold away. Ice of the BKB trying to get a Nullifier online. So he has a chance to really sort of disable and kill off one of the heroes. Jabs has been jumped upon. They find him alone. Another pickup for VP as they head towards the pit. And Fnatic, it's, unless DJ wants to go for some crazy solo play, I mean, he hasn't got the Echo Slam, so unlikely that he'll even try for that. There is no chance that Fnatic can push VP away from yet another Roshan.
When did he use the Echo?
I think he must have, I didn't see it.
I didn't see it.
Did he miscast earlier?
I did not see him cast the Echo, but it's been down for like,
it's
been down for a while.
It's still just a level 1 Echo, so the cooldown's super long.
Yeah.
But yeah, it doesn't have it at the moment.
They've got their Ags on the Invoker, but now it's versus Aegis Cheese too. And they all have BKBs. Well, the heroes that matter have BKB, the Morphling and the Monkey King. And they've got this enormous support Centaur with the Crimson Guard going for an Aghanim.
They can't kill him. I mean, they can't kill this Centaur. And especially, I mean, Roger, he's halfway towards an Aghanims.
Yeah, he's huge.
When he's got an Aghanims, then there's absolutely no chance that anybody dies in these team fights for VP.
Yep. And this Phoenix also getting a Halberd next on top of that Radiance, so the Terrorblade or the Broodmother, their damage will be limited even more. DJ will get a block onto Solo, but DJ may just die for this.
He certainly will by the looks of it. The Boundless Strike down, no one jumping up to the high ground. He's got the BKB committed as they move forward. Jabs falling as 2 kills are picked up by Pasha. Fnatic just have to immediately retreat any time there's any sort of sign of a team fight. They cannot stand toe-to-toe at the moment with VP 5-on-5, which is understandable. There's a 20,000 gold difference, 21,000 experience difference, 29 minutes in. In this game, as we say, it's looking borderline impossible for Fnatic to come back. I don't know what sort of Dota plus win rate says at the moment, but it must be pushing close to that 100.
Even with a Terrorblade on the team, it's not going for the Terrorblade at all. It's 79% for VP at the moment.
I think that's surprisingly low.
Yeah, I think it's low as well. But that's, like we said, it's the Terrorblade on one side, right?
Sure, it does love the Terrorblade, but
yeah.
VP.
High ground time. There's like little to no threat of them actually getting killed because they have Aegis and Cheese. And now Ice gets stunned.
And he's just straight up dead. The Spider's gone. Ice has got to buy back. Ramsey's just diving in by the tier 4s to burst down jabs. There's Ice. He's got the BKB. He is on top of Ramsey's. Ramsey's being cold snapped. But inside the TB form, he's still got the Aegis. They just try and turn a collapse onto Ice. Ice does get himself out of the Wukong. A VP just holding the fort by Fnatic's Rax. Ramsey's starting to beat them down. Here's Roger. Oh, he's found Ice. Tries to go for a bit of a bite, but that just allows Roger to find the Hoost on the balance strike. Comes down. DJ looks to jump over the Echo Slam. They're bringing no one down pretty low, but he's able to get the cheese off. Not even no one's going to die in this fight, as it looks to be. A Sunder comes out onto a target that has the same HP, so that was a Sunder for what? Roger's in with a Hoost stomp onto 2. MP's going to tick out to the Sunray. That's going to be GG.
They call it,
Good
yeah.
game, well played. I mean, it absolutely was. VP played that perfect, and one of those games where Fnatic, they really did not get to play Dota 2 at all this game.
No.
They didn't do any.
Far too greedy. I very rarely say this for DJ in particular, but
Yeah.
it was a really tough game for him. The skill build going for this max enchant totem and stuff too afterwards, when he knows his blinks kind of get slowed down because of the pace of the game, felt really hard, and the draft just felt so greedy. The playmaking, they got jabs. I think if maybe the Invoker got some of those Sunstrike
So
kills
there's early
instead
kills.
of
I mean,
jabs,
Jabs was having a
could've
great time at
maybe-
the start of the game.
Yeah.
He was, 4 kills at 4 minutes in. Jabs was loving life on the Ogre Magi, but I mean, as we say though, at least sort of with these, seems to us, and I think the people watching at home in the panel, these sort of obvious mistakes or risks that they took in the draft, you know that Fnatic's not going to do that again.
they can
in the
fix
game
this
soon.
for sure. Yeah.
They're not going to draft these 3 cores again at the least.
And VP did play this in a kind of like flawless manner, right? They gave up a couple kills in the laning phase from the Shaker rotations, but besides that, everything went their way. It's like, all right, no one died once, but then they tried to make a move on him with Broodmother, and that felt like the last move that Fnatic made in the game. When they made that move top and no one turned and killed him, that was the last thing that they could do, and then it just was a steamrolling by VP.
What a game. So the classic VP, the VP that we all know and love and are a little bit scared of when they're on top form, as they just absolutely destroy Fnatic here in this game 1. But that's only the first game of the series, ladies and gentlemen. Much more to come. So we'll pass you back to the panel.
Thank you very much, Owen. Yes, that is the VP we know and love and are basically terrified of if you're playing them. Much better than their group stage results would suggest. Very clean game from Virtus Pro, and despite a fairly greedy draft from Fnatic, that didn't work out, and your 100% win rate comes to an end, Gods, for predictions.
Yeah, it's probably not my best prediction.
Heart overhead.
I've had some.
Heart overhead?
I had some good predictions too, and had some terrible ones now.
Yeah. Okay.
I don't know if the greed paid off.
I think it didn't pay off just yet.
Just look, if they're still in the game, it may still work. Give us some time, guys.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think if they replayed this 10 times, Henrik, would VP win all of them?
Probably at least 9.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe they throw one game, but
The attempts are tired.
yeah, they get tired.
There were a
No,
lot of things that went wrong for Fnatic that could have gone right. The Invoker, particularly all the Sunstrikes was throwing, not getting kills. The Ogre gets 5 kills in the first 10 minutes, which is not really a good thing, because suddenly you have this huge amount of gold on an Ogre, while Invoker and Shaker are having a bad start.
It's good if Ogre's position 4.
Yeah.
He rushes Adolance into Ags, but he just got fast Tranquil boots, and then what? He couldn't really make an impact.
The problem was that VP's lanes were too good. Sure, they killed Monkey King twice top, but then you realize, okay, you have a really farm Brood, and your other 2 lanes are kind of shit, and Brood can't do anything alone. He needs a team, so, it's kind of been said quite a lot, that if you want to beat VP, you don't want to have weak lanes or greedy lineups, really.
We've seen a lot of teams panic in drafts when they see the Brood. VP didn't panic at all, did they? They seemed to think that they knew exactly how to fix that.
Yeah, but I feel like they picked it in a really weird spot too. Just they have 2nd pick and they pick it in that 4th pick there, and I'm like, all right, not really particularly good here. And then suddenly they send it off lane against the Monkey King already, where we said it's not going to be good at all. And I don't know, it was just very iffy. And the last pick you could see, they were just going back to the comfort zone for sure. With that Invoker pick, it was not particularly good either.
Yeah, and Roger absolutely playing out of his mind as well. Didn't make it easier for them.
Yeah. The Phoenix,
That was such a good
and
pick.
the Centaur.
We saw Phoenix stop getting picked, but with all the TBs, I feel like more people should be doing Phoenix, particularly as a core against TB. It just seems to...
And the laning phase, yeah.
Yeah, Wrex him in lane, Wrex him in the game. Like, yeah, you can kill the egg as a TB with your BKB timing, but if Phoenix is playing from ahead as a core, I think it's kind of hard for the TB to actually have a game.
Now, to be fair, most Phoenixes that I've seen TB win against is when they support.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then he just
Sure.
gets the BKB, he just kills the egg, and yeah. But
It's not often you'll see 3 quality players of Abed, DJ, and MP's caliber not getting a kill in the same game.
yeah, it was just rough.
That's pretty
They-
miserable, wasn't it?
Didn't
Yeah,
get a
you-
kill.
Did he ever get any Spirit Vessel charges in that game?
I don't think he had any vessel charges. He bought it for the movement
All
speed.
of his assists were from all of his assists were when he threw Sunstrikes and didn't
Yeah.
get kills. So I actually think he had 0 charges the entire game.
Yeah.
Very, very rough indeed. Pasha, stand out, 8-13 as well.
Pasha's Phoenix was
Yeah.
really strong.
Very nice. And Rams is 6-0 and 5 in the Morphling, which you've kind of come to expect,
Yeah.
I guess.
I think Roger and Pasha was like standout performance for me.
Yeah, they
Like-
absolutely destroyed that lane there at the bottom. So
And Centaur stomps, like 3
Yeah.
people stomps.
Ramses was just kind of like a deny bot mid, just deny every creep.
Yeah.
Invoker was so poor.
Yeah, we watched this Invoker, he had like 2,100 net worth. We watched 1 minute later, he has like 2,180, which is like the passive gold per minute you get. He had 0 CS. It's rough. It's like 2 times your damage.
well, you laned against a Morphling and Bane. Pretty rough, to be fair. So Yeah.
Tough game. Fog said at the end of the commentary they can easily fix this. Is it easily fixed?
Draft? Sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think just don't
less
give
greed.
MP, right? Like MP, don't give him these hard carries.
Yeah, I mean, it maybe feels like there's some pressure, like you have to, because those are, the meta heroes in some ways.
Yeah. But it's not the best way they play, I think. Usually it's Ice
Mhm.
and Abed like carrying them in late game. He's kind of just like supporting them from behind.
yeah, they're pretty great on those two. Abed usually is honestly the true carry of the team, in my opinion. So
Mhm,
just
I
make sure
agree.
he gets a good game, and you'll probably have a higher chance of winning.
Better hero for Abed, less greed.
Yep.
Yep.
Okay. There's some advice from our panelists. I'm not sure whether the players are watching or not, but nevertheless, they'll be back and giving you their views on Game 2, which is just around the corner. Fnatic up against the wall right now. We'll see you soon. Live coverage of the Kuala Lumpur Major continues with our second series of the day. Of course, we're trying to find out which final team will join the upper bracket semi-finalists. And right now, we've seen a thoroughly convincing display by former Major champions, of course, Virtus Pro. Back on form, perhaps, after a sticky group stage for them. Fnatic, likewise, had a reasonable group stage. What are you laughing at now?
Black, you're doing faces.
The memester has been broken by a meme. Black, explain to us how you've managed to break Henrik.
He just started laughing, man. I don't know.
I can't take this. This dog.
You're crying, dude.
They just love.
We're just here enjoying the moment. You right, Gods?
I don't know what's
You
going on
good?
anymore.
I'm good. He's actually lost it.
Oh. Yep.
Henrik, I've never seen you broken so easily, my friend.
I don't know. Just talk to Gods.
Okay, Gods, whilst they're, I don't know what they're doing, lost in the moment or something. Virtus Pro Fnatic.
Yeah.
Can Fnatic fix their bad stuff from game one?
It was a little I don't know if the greed paid off.
He's crying, man.
I'm good now. You stop.
All right, let's talk about Dota.
This is the start of the day. We still
No,
have.
I mean, I know. We've got to do the
many
last
hours to
game
go.
as well
Yeah,
with
yeah.
these two.
Let's hopefully get some Dota on the screen soon because
yeah.
that's the
Yeah.
only thing I
think
that
that
will
the draft
fix
might
these
save
guys.
us, and luckily for us, it's just about to start.
Yeah.
Someone actually said to me once, like, "What's Black really like? Is he because he seemed like a nice guy on the panel and stuff?" And I was like, "He jokes around all the time in the background. He's a lovable guy. You can't help but smile and just enjoy his humour." And Henrik has just obviously been infected.
Yeah.
It's just
the way
Black,
he is.
Black's personality. All right, are you good?
Yeah,
I'm good now, at least.
Let's talk Dota.
I'm back. I just want to watch some good Dota now.
Okay. Well, if we're going to get good, though, how are we going to get that in game two?
Just
'Cause
don't.
Fnatic need to step up.
Yes, don't pick the greedy lanes anymore.
They're banning all the hard carries.
Yeah.
Only PL left.
Only PL left. That's good. Get to see some new Dota. VP likes to play some different carries once in a while. So
There's still Axe in the pool. Axe and Weaver.
yeah.
That was banned out last game.
Axe gets banned here, surely.
Yeah, I mean, I would assume so. Is Weaver, like, how strong is Weaver actually?
I think
Virtus Pro
it's a really good hero
like
that
it.
suits MP. I think that's
Yeah.
part of it. Is that you
Right.
mentioned you want MP on those greedy hard carries. You want Abed playing like the win condition here. That Weaver I think suits that kind of scenario.
Yeah. But I always feel like it's even more effective when it's like this position 4. He gets a really good game. Like around minute 20 Aghanims. It's so hard to actually fight suddenly.
Yeah, but you need some kind of. I hate when you pick Weaver support and you don't have a Drow or a Maiden. You need something to help him.
Yeah, I agree.
You need a Mana R or something, because otherwise the hero can just fall off pretty hard, in my
Yeah.
opinion.
They're taking like 30 seconds of bonus time first ban.
There's
Do
the
ban the
Axe.
Axe, yeah.
They were thinking about it, though, weren't they? I guess
Ah,
because
of
the
course, they're
TV.
tiny.
Tiny, huh?
Yeah, maybe that was the last one they were thinking about as well. The Terrorblade and the Morphling both banned out in the first phase as well, and the Phoenix as well. Fnatic was just going, nope, don't want to play with those again.
It is banned on the 2 of the heroes that just own
Yeah.
you.
Yeah, Tiny was banned first game. I think it makes sense as a first pick because that PL's still in the pool, and Tiny's one of those heroes that can actually match up pretty nicely. You can be flexed between the core and support roles. We've seen Tiny in every single role. So,
Yeah, even a Puppy 5.
didn't work as a 5
No.
when Fly played it, but
No.
I think Puppy worked okay with him. Or
That's
did he
alright.
lose that game?
Yeah, but he also farmed a bit more, though, didn't he?
Yeah. But it's also what we spoke about, right? Like a lot of teams try to do what Secret's doing with these position 5 melee tanky core support heroes, but only really Secret can make it work.
Mm. But if you look at their farm distribution, it's very different to every other team right now.
Yeah, it's not
Like
really a
they're
5 anymore.
No, they're 3s, sometimes a 4/5. They're 5, sometimes a 4/3. They're 1, sometimes a 2. They're moving stuff all over the place, but based on what they think each hero needs in the game, right?
Yeah, but that's why they're so good at it, because other people really treat it as a 5 tiny,
Right.
and he doesn't get any farm whatsoever. and then he's just gonna be like a useless hero at some point. Whereas Secret, they use it for a strong laning phase, then he transitions into a Blink Dagger after. And of course, the cores have to sacrifice a bit of their farm, but they know when to do it and how to do it.
Yeah, and VP don't know really what they want to pick here. They picked the Bane, which is just such a good hero for VP, the strong laner, and I really like it when Solo plays it as well, because personally I think Solo is kind of slightly weaker mechanically than the rest of the team.
Yeah.
Like he's the strong captain behind the team, so just give him Bane. Like there's very easy here to play. You just hit the enemy heroes, and he'll get off a good ult now and then, and we'll just do good with that.
I like Brewmaster because it blocks a lot of the potential Fnatic heroes, whether it's the PL, it's very good against PL, it's potentially good against Necrophos with the
10
Dispel.
seconds remaining.
A lot of those cores that Fnatic like to run can be countered by Brew.
5 seconds
Another one of
remaining.
these heroes that's become a good flex pick as well, isn't it?
4-3.
Yeah.
Sometimes even 5.
Yeah, again, a secret thing.
Yeah. I mean, other people
They've
tried it,
defined
but
so much, haven't they, over the last 3 weeks of this end of the
Yeah.
meta? It's been incredible. And there is a Weaver.
could be 4, could be 1,
Could be 3.
could be 3.
Mm.
Yeah, nothing out of the ordinary.
Although I feel like Ice is not really, like it's not really Ice's hero. He doesn't like it too much.
No, I think it's fine on MP, because it also gives him the bit more of an active carry as you wanted. You can just keep around.
Yeah, he
The,
definitely
uh,
doesn't want to farm.
The Brewmaster stats, by the way, that you're seeing, you see a big fall off between 718 and 719, and it is, but it's only recently that it's come back into the meta again, isn't it?
Is it like a 20% win rate in the last 10 games? That's
Yeah, I think people just
Not
sort of
great.
respected position 4 of it like a lot. It's just does so much, honestly.
Yeah, it's just the team fight strength of it, right? You get
Yeah.
level 6 and suddenly you have this like huge Brewmaster who can just disturb you, disable you, a lot of damage.
Yeah, because you don't really benefit that much from items. So when you played core or support, you don't you hit 6 and it's as strong as a core. So
Yeah.
just need a level 6 and you have the books for that.
I think it's a really big reason why these heroes can be played as a 4 now. The people actually abuse the book way more than before. It's like this level 6 Brewmaster is actually so much stronger than like a level 6, what is like a bad position 4 ult.
like a Tusk or something.
Yeah, something like that. It's like so much more impactful.
Yeah.
5 seconds remaining.
Ban of the Centaur and the PL.
The good thing about Fnatic's lineup so far right now is that they do have strong heroes in the lane. So they should be able to deal with VP's heroes.
I mean, that's insane, though. Have we seen a team do that? I don't think we have yet at Kuala Lumpur Major. They have banned Morph, TB, and PL on the same team. I don't think any team's done that yet.
It makes Luna quite relevant again. And a couple of other
Well, because
heroes.
we're starting to talk about Tier 2 now, aren't we?
Yeah, because Tier 1
Ember,
or like TS
Luna.
probably.
Storm.
Yeah.
Monkeys.
Monkey, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good to see some. They did this in the minor, in the grand final. They banned those 3 carries all the time, but it's gonna be fun to see some different carries.
Yeah.
I'm hyped.
I would love to see
Some
Luna.
Void.
Whoa. Void, yeah.
Ramses plays Void.
Yeah.
Fanatics turn to kill.
Drow Ranger.
Oh!
Hey, and some
New
Drow.
carry.
Well,
Is it? Like a month ago, Drow was like every other game, but yeah.
yeah, the minus saw a lot of Drow. In fact, we saw a lot of Drow at Hamburg too. Hasn't really
Okay.
fallen off, is it?
So they're gonna be looking to put no one in the position to carry this game.
Wait, Wyvern.
One of the strongest supports
it's
probably
good.
against Drow.
The nice cold embrace going on.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Cold Embrace and the ult as well. If you ult anyone next to a Drow, it's just gonna die.
So what do they
Back
wanna
to an
get here?
old school CIS lineup with a Wind Ranger.
Yeah, I think Wind Ranger or Mirana here could be really good as like a 3 position and do like a range hero with the Brewmaster in the off lane.
5 seconds remaining.
Yeah, it could be Brew 4 as well.
Mm.
Yeah, I hope so.
Yeah, they've
Yeah,
they've
like-
run it that way, haven't they?
Yeah, like a Brew Mirana.
Fanatics turn to
They could use.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a Mirana. I mean, it's a safer bet than the Wind Ranger right now. It's needs some help, Ice Frog.
Yeah, and then I want to have some no one. I think he's mad about a Storm game. I think he wants Storm.
It could still be Mirana mid as well.
Yeah.
Mm.
So, I wouldn't mind see one more tank hero for VP. I don't know if you just have Brewmaster as a tank,
Hey,
you
wait,
might just
hold
get
on.
run over.
Hold on, the Enigma's made it all the way through. Oh, no, it hasn't.
Yeah.
Or hasn't.
First phase ban. Yeah.
I just went, wait, what? Yeah, I couldn't see it on my
Yeah,
screen.
the Enigma head looks a bit weird.
Yeah, from this angle and through these eyes at this age, trust me, that does not look like an Enigma first man from this distance.
But at least they picked the Mirana with Drow. Like I've seen certain NA teams, they pick Drow and they have like no heroes matched up with it, and you're like, why do you pick Drow then? It makes no sense. Mirana is one of the
Drought
best
Timber.
best right clicker with it. So
They won that game with Drow Timber Centaur.
They did.
Bunch of men. They also just
Yeah,
beat
that's a
EG.
ridiculous lineup. Oh,
They're
they
in the
won.
top 6. What are you guys hating on?
That was a Timber last pick, though, wasn't it?
Yeah. The perfect Timber game.
Yeah, it
we
was
just-
the perfect Timber blade.
Yeah.
There was nothing in the game that could
Yeah.
do with it.
So is Fnatic gonna pick something good against Mirana because they still go off lane as well?
I mean, you're going to get kind of counterpicked regardless with VP having 10th pick.
I mean,
Yeah.
which do you focus on right now? Do you focus on the Drow or do you focus on the Mirana? What's more dangerous for
You have to focus on the draw, I think, because the rest is too flexible.
Virtus Pros. Turn to play.
Arc Warden.
Okay.
Mm.
I mean, we say it's good against
That's-
TB because
yeah.
you like it's good as the for the same reason it's good against TB, right?
Yeah, you
Draw
just these
ranger.
range right clickers. So if anything, I feel like it's even better in some ways because TB doesn't mind like positioning himself with a 4-staff, like a Hurricane Pike inside
Yeah.
the bubble.
Mhm.
Mirana Drow do not want to be doing that. They're nowhere near as
10
tanky as a
seconds
TB.
remaining.
Yeah.
Like Mirana does not want to leap into bubbles unless like the fight's already won.
Yeah, or you have like a
5 seconds
BKB.
remaining.
Yeah.
which you get quite late usually.
Even
yeah.
with a BKB, like
you
the
think
right
Mirana's-
click damage is pretty scary.
Get BKB get late?
They usually go like Yasha, one item, and then BKB.
Hmm.
Or Dragonlance, Yasha, BKB.
It's in a second item a couple of times this
Yeah.
tournament already.
I mean, especially when you have a draw, you can allow yourself to do that because you just have so much damage from the draw.
Yeah.
The band of Meepo. I like that.
they have played it this tournament.
Can always come out.
10
Definitely a
seconds remaining.
specialist hero for the Fnatic lineup.
But I think they make
5
Storm even
seconds
stronger. Like Arc Warden is not the best against Storm. It's quite tough to play
Have
against.
have a ban here if they're worried about that, I guess.
Yeah. They could still be nah, Brutus banned. No, man.
Is it the Ice Ice here we want now? He's played Winter Wyvern.
Yeah, I was going
Yeah.
to say he's played the Winter, isn't he?
Unless he's tiny.
Could be the
Yeah.
Weaver.
Yeah.
They've got a lot of flex in that team right now.
Yeah, only Arc Warden I know that's on our bet for
Yeah,
sure.
I mean, you'd imagine that the Winter Wyvern and the Tiny are now supports.
Unless they want to throw Weaver on support, but it's probably on MP.
Mm.
Might be like some
Yeah,
kind of
Storm's
like
out.
tied Underlord game. Just get like the ore items, the team items, tied against like some of these like the Drow Silence, the Bane, the arrow stuns can be quite good. You have a way to purge them all off.
LC.
Yeah. It's not the greatest in the lane, but in the mid game and late, it becomes pretty strong.
What heroes they left for no one?
Lots.
10 seconds
Everything.
remaining.
I mean, it's like really good with Draw Ranger.
Lena.
Virtus Pros. Turn to
Tide Hunter.
Alright.
This is a hero.
Good.
Cool. I mean, it's Ice
call,
Ice Ice. It's like his probably one of his most iconic heroes, and just against all of these disables, having a purge off is nice.
We also have a man on the sofa that loves Tidehunter.
Who?
You.
Me?
What?
Okay, you're going back way back. All right. No
it
Tidehunter?
was a no Tidehunter joke. Sorry for the
Ah.
old school fans out there. They got that one. Anyone that's been watching recently won't.
5
What about a
seconds
nice, nice Tinker? Get some hacks and then you can't purge it off.
Maybe we could see like a cheesy Husker pick even. Is that
Ooh.
possible?
Husker?
Ooh.
Yeah, I mean, it's possible.
It's pretty good
You
against
need
these
someone
heroes.
that buys BKB at least.
Yeah. Someone needs to tank.
Right, Husker's
Husker's
Husker
tank.
fits that.
Does Lena not fit here?
Invoker.
Oh.
Choose your hero.
All right.
I mean-
Well, we've got one classic one side with the Tidehunter in the hands of Ice Ice Ice, and a classic on the other side in the hands of no one.
Of course, the Invoker.
Yeah, I was
It
just
crushes
about to say
Arc
it.
Warden in lane. Super hard.
Says the Invoker player.
Yeah. I
So
know.
we'll take that one. We'll start at the other end this time, and we'll go gods first.
Less greedy.
Less
Fnatic
greedy.
are
Looks
good-
better,
they're
doesn't
good,
it?
you know,
More
it-
balance.
Yeah, they saw last game the greed was a little bit too much,
Mm.
so we're good this time.
Okay.
Fnatic have
Fnatic for gods. Bulldog.
I do like Fnatic's lineup more, but just based on how they play last game, I feel like VP is just a stronger team right now. So
Right.
I'm going to go with VP.
Okay.
I've been told to be more decisive, so VP.
Okay. I don't know who told you to be more decisive. I've always thought you've been a very decisive man as it is. The Invoker player's gone for the Invoker team, and the SEA fanboy's gone for the SEA team. So let's find out as we bring in our commentary team for game number 2. Gents, there was a little bit too much greed in game 1. Little
Yes.
less this time round.
Well,
wait till we tell you something.
But it's a solo support Drow Ranger.
5-position Drow.
Yes.
I want to change. I want to change to Fnatic.
They're locked in. They're locked
You're
in,
locked
guys.
in. You are locked in.
Oh,
Switch to
my
Fnatic.
God. What is happening?
Okay, it's all yours.
Thank you very much, Redo. Yes, Solo is playing the Drow Ranger. We can only assume that does mean that he is indeed going to play it as the support, as they have many other plentiful cores that they will be very happily keeping Ramses, Noan, and Pasha on. But yeah, Solo Drow Ranger. Well, I don't think. Well, I'm pretty sure we've never seen this before. I'm sure someone at home is probably
Where's
back
Nahaz?
back in 2012 when this American team played another team. There was a support Drow Ranger. Probably someone probably did it before, but we're getting to see it today. It's
Oh, I think they may have mistaked. Uh-oh.
Oh.
Pasha's writing
Pasha
right now in
says
all
we
chat.
have a problem. He could also be joking. He could also be joking, though. He could just be being silly. It could be
is
intentional.
Pasha. It is
could
Pasha.
be joking. I reckon he's joking. This is not. This is a coordinated plan to have Solo play the Drow Ranger, as you can see.
He puts the white flag.
Roger's surrendering. Solo says,
Let's
"Let's
go."
go." I mean, Solo's like, "What's up, team? You guys don't believe in me? The Solo Drow Ranger."
So is he going to play carry and then Pasha's going to play support?
I mean, how do you fit this in? I think that would
That
make
would be the-
sense.
that would be the best
If
thing,
it truly
right?
was an error, then that would be the best way for them to do it. But if it wasn't an error and they do have a planned support Drow, then why not? We'll see what the plan's going to be.
How am I? What am I supposed? How's my job supposed to work right now? How am I supposed to analyze? This
I
is
don't know. I
this
think-
is support Drow potentially.
I think they kind of have. I don't think they can play as a core.
I don't know what to say, man.
Let's see what Solo's buying. He's
I'm
not
ch- I'm
buying
waiting.
any. He's not bought anything yet.
They're probably waiting to see what they can do. I don't know.
Let's see what the plan is.
What did Pasha buy? Pasha bought.
Did he,
I mean, that's kind of like a varied build. They can either or. Hey,
he's-
he's bought slippers. All right,
So
Solo.
Solo-
They're all tipping him. He's
he's gonna be hitting the creeps.
He's gonna be hitting the creeps.
Solo carry. Are we really getting the treat of that? I mean, where's he gonna go in the lanes?
He's gonna go bottom. All right, so let's see what we can do. So there's I mean, Wyvern and Arc Warden pretty good versus the Drow Ranger. Fnatic's lineup overall, they've got a good amount of comfort heroes. They've got of course the Ice Tidehunter. DJ's playing this Tiny this time around.
I'm gonna find out. Have Solo's played much Drow Ranger? I'm sure he has, right?
You can check it out.
Yeah, I'll check it out.
He has. I mean, he's played different roles.
He has played different roles in the past. I was going to ask you, so the historical old boy.
Yeah.
Have we seen some Solo carry in the past?
That one I don't know about. That one I don't think so.
Matches.
I mean, in pubs sometimes,
Let's check on-
rarely.
I mean, I'm checking his pubs.
in
yes.
pubs recently, he
Player.
plays just Dazzle really.
So on at least, I don't
And
know
Shadow
how
Demon.
many counts he has, but on sort of his main account,
Let's see, Drow Ranger. He's
he's
played
played a bit.
in last.
He's
one
played,
was
he's played
last
50
year.
matches. 50
Okay.
matches to Drow. He's got a 48% win rate on Drow.
Oh, that's a lot of losses though that I'm seeing right there.
Yeah. And when was the last time he's played it? He last played it in
Year ago.
January.
Yeah, about a year.
On this
A year and a
account, as I don't know if he's got like an old
More
account,
than a
but-
year ago. A year and 10 months ago.
Wait, no, we were still in 2018.
That's 2017.
Oh, it's like 2 years ago. Yeah, you're right. Sorry.
Dumbo.
What year is it?
You
You're right.
silly
this-
Billy.
2017 January. That was a long time ago.
Yeah. Okay. Well,
I mean, it's not the hardest. Well, I mean, it's a hero that's the struggle. It's not the easiest of heroes to win games on.
Pasha's playing support. Yeah, he's got Drunken Haze. He's gonna be zoning people as Brewmaster.
I could tell the banter's already coming in. There was a range creep, and Pasha pinged it twice, and Solo missed it. So already they're having a bit of a laugh down on the bottom lane.
I mean, I'm sure they're
As
laughing right
I'm
now.
watching the Solo CS here. This is what I'm most interested. He's not got the. Oh, here we go. No. Oh, come on, Solo, hit those creeps. I believe him. It's a. Let's see. Pasha's going to be judging him. You know that for sure. Pasha is watching.
Oh,
from
for
the
sure.
sidelines.
I mean, he's
having
probably
a
just
giggle.
laughing. Pasha is the type of guy to just be laughing hysterically the whole time if every
Oh, here
time
we
Solo
go.
misses.
Oh no, he missed that one as well. Come on, Solo.
It's a hard animation.
It's a hard
It's
hero.
a hard animation the first few
It's a hard
levels.
hero to CS with. It really,
really
is.
is.
It really is. He's got this one though. This melee creep's about to get it. Yeah. No.
He did. He got it.
Oh, he did. He got it. He got it.
He got it.
He got it. He's in the game, boys. But no, it's always going to be a tough. It's a tough fight.
It is. So we'll look at the other ones real quick. We'll look at top. Bane Mirana. I think Bane Mirana should win this matchup pretty hard versus this Tidehunter Wyvern. Wyvern's just going to try to get pulls so they can at least get some experience. Mid lane. kind of even. I think no one will probably overall win it.
Oh no, Solo!
He's dead.
He is dead. Alright, I think this is time you start considering the support Drow range and just do that Pasha farm. We'll see. They feel very adamant that the only way they can make this Drow that somehow found its way into their draft work is indeed to let Solo farm. Or at least try to farm
Just
this
let
bottom
him.
lane.
Just let him get like 4 or 5 Wraith Bands, just so he can boost up the Mirana and the Invoker. I think that would be
I
the
mean,
play.
this is
And
the
then
thing.
let Pasha farm.
Yeah, this is as much of whatever error it was that they ended up picking a Drow. That you're right. They've got a Mirana and they've got an Invoker.
Yeah,
These
they've got
two
heroes
heroes
that
can
benefit.
carry.
Absolutely.
Oh.
Solo.
Solo.
Thing is too, he's in a tough lane
It's a
to play
horrible
against.
lane, yeah.
Weaver and
DJ
Tiny
and-
can put so much pressure out onto a Drow Ranger. I think no one will pull out ahead in the mid lane too, and I think top should. So I think VP they should be doing
Like
pretty
the
well
other
in 2
lanes
lanes.
should be pretty nice, right?
Yeah, good in 2 lanes. The bottom lane, it's gonna be tough, but they're gonna get experience. Pasha.
Oh. He's got the stick charges. That will keep him safe. Solo. He's getting some good slows onto MP, but MP's got the Shikuchi backup if he needs to.
I'm watching this mid lane. No one is putting on a clinic versus Abed. That little bit of bonus damage plus his Forge Spirit, it's actually more than enough for him to get all these denies.
I just love watching Solo CS. Here we go.
Don't be mean.
No, no. I think he's doing well. He's picking it up now. It's as you say, it's a hard hero. I mean, the Drow.
First few levels. Once he gets
Especially if you're not used to playing it. You know?
Yep.
Here we go. Though. Oh, perfect CS underneath the tower here.
There we go. And he gets this one too.
Very nice.
Yeah, he got all those.
Yeah, he's
That was actually very nice. Teamwork
Very
by
nice,
both
very
of them.
nice, very nice.
Yep.
Very nice.
They got all the last hits under the tower there. We see top lane. They're trying to threaten a kill here onto Jabs. Roger gets the sleep. They've got the arrow. It connects. The Sunstrike on top too.
Doesn't go the way of the Invoker, but it's still a kill.
And
And
they
they
get
take
2.
both of them. Brain Sap from Roger finishes off Ice. So these other lanes, as we say, they're looking good for VP.
Yeah. And Solo's catching up. He's 11-3 now. Once you get it like your second level of Drow Aura, you get the second Wraith Band, everything becomes a lot easier. He's even queued up the 3rd Wraith Band, so like
Yep.
we were talking about.
Just get
Get like
the
4
aura
Wraith
up.
Bands, get a Treads, enable your other cores as much as you can. We're only saying this, of course, like people who are, people who are watching don't really know. Solo is usually the support player, by the way. So
Normally, and the position 5 player.
The position
that
5,
as
yeah.
well. So quite a change in roles for him, which apparently, as it seems, said, it's always very hard to tell with the VP team if they're joking about or not. But at the start, they were indicating that this was not the plan.
I mean, Roger put up the white flag.
I'm inclined to believe them on that because we've seen them do some crazy stuff, but this is quite a switch up.
Definitely. And we saw this type of mistake happen at TI, right? We saw Fly play Clinks and Arteezy play Phoenix. This has happened before.
Yeah, because I imagine with this, you think the error was in terms of who was playing what. Like the Drow was an intentional part of the draft. That wasn't.
Yeah, I mean, I think
this was the draft they wanted, or
Solo just missed 4 last hits.
no,
in
we
the tower.
didn't. No,
Yeah,
we
it's
didn't.
okay.
We're not
It's
looking
okay.
at that lane.
I mean,
We'll
I think he may have just
some
like
time.
you like your drag cluster, you just clicked it maybe early. Like I don't know. We have no way of really knowing.
No, I mean, hopefully we'll be able to ask them later.
Yeah.
As Jabs.
Will get brought down.
Roger.
That extra damage, the precision aura.
It did. Yeah, that one's on Solo. Nice
Yep.
one, Solo.
So 2 lanes, very successful for VP, and Drow Ranger is a hero that we always talk about. You don't really win your lane, you lose your lane because the way that the pressure comes out, that people play against it now. So he's doing fine. He only died once.
He's farming the
getting
same as the
last
Tide.
hits. Yeah, exactly.
Farming the same as the Arc Ward mid.
Yep.
This ain't bad.
And no one is owning in the mid lane. 20 denies versus Abed. Last game they shut
And
down
you know what
Abed
that
super
is?
hard.
It's
and again,
Solo's aura.
it helps. It definitely
It's
does.
Solo's aura. So Solo, the real carry of this game.
The
I mean,
8
not
damage.
that that's any different from normal, Solo, the solid rock of VP.
He is. Playing with Solo is always an absolute treat in pubs.
Is he a nice
He's
lad
great.
in pubs?
Yeah, Roger's a bit of a bully sometimes,
He's a
but
bit of a
in a
bully.
loving way. In a loving way.
Yeah, we'll check the all chat to see if you're telling the truth on that one. Top lane. Set up for the arrow. They've got a fair bit of magical burst. Is it enough?
One more.
Right click. Oh,
The Kraken.
the Kraken will save. Bottom lane, Pasha getting dove upon. Pasha will die.
They've kind of abandoned the bottom lane.
They have. Solo's hitting
Solo's
the jungle.
jungling. Yeah. He
Yeah.
doesn't want to get dove. I think they recognize that the Wyver's going to start making rotations, so I think they're just like, okay, lose the bottom tower.
Roger. Sunstrike has not got mana for it.
He's got stick charges, but
It won't be quite
might
enough.
not need it.
Roger. One more. Oh, no, the Kraken's still there.
Yep, the mitigation from the Anchor Smash plus that Kraken enough. Roger now getting chased out. There's a Spark Wraith to close his pathing, but he should be okay as well.
We'll get out. Okay. So I think, yeah, for Fnatic, it's a lot on this, the MP Weaver and, well, and again, pressure on DJ to do stuff. Because the bottom lane was the better lane for them.
Yep.
MP's getting farm this game.
Pasha's trying to secure his precious captain's farm.
Yeah, where's Solo at now? What level have we got him picking up in the jungle?
Almost 5.
Nearly 5.
That bottom lane was quite a mess, though. Brew's only 3, almost 4, and the Drow's close to that 5. But top lane, like we were saying, went swimmingly. Mid lane
is a
it's
dream
just
for Noah.
amazing for Noah. He's just been owning.
Yeah, he's crushing it this game on the Invoker.
And they're looking to set up for Abed, too. If he steps up too far, to sleep into an arrow, and can they get it? Roger's trying pretty hard, and he's going to get it. The Cold Snap stacks as well.
They're also hunting for Solo in the jungle. DJ and Jabs find Solo in his little jungling area. Mid lane, the kill does occur as Abed will fall. So, hey, you know, Solo will take it. So, you killed me, but you didn't protect your mid. As, you know, 8 minutes in, VPR, they're matching it. They're even.
It's even.
Evenly placed at the moment.
Yep, and they've got their farm distribution on the two
Exactly.
two
They
big heroes.
do have it distributed a little bit better in the sense that it is both Ramses and no one that's rolling in the dough.
MP is incredibly farmed, but this game, I think the reason they picked the Drow is particularly because they see the Weaver early on, right? You see that and you're like, oh, Dust, incredibly good spell versus that Weaver. So when Solo gets a point of that one day, you can definitely look to set up on MP. And also in the mid game, it can be a bit hard to play this Weaver. You just get hit by that, and that long duration silence it doesn't allow you to get your mobility off. And they're going to keep threatening down toward bottom.
Yeah.
So Invoker, going to keep free farming. Ramses as well, going to keep free farming. And they're just focusing on this Drow. If Solo steps up too far, he's going to get stun tossed back. There's not the mana for both just yet. He gets mangoed. Now they see DJ, though. And Pasha's just dancing on top of his barrel right in front of them as this Brew. There's no one going for more points in the Wex just yet. No, we don't know yet. He says 3-1-4, the usual build. At least for no one. He likes having the 4th point in Exort.
Oh.
Sunstrike. It connects.
It does. With the lead pause, is it enough? It's going to pop the Ravage. The Ravage will keep him safe.
Ooh, so close.
So close. Just actually having a look back, I think I found Solo, he has played Drow twice.
In competitive.
In competitive.
In what year?
2015.
Okay.
But he lost both of the games.
Okay.
So after those 2 games, they obviously said, well, let's sort of have hands off, you know, no more Drow for you, Solo, for 3 years. But now 3 years have passed. It's time to give the man a chance again.
It's a statute of limitations.
He has a KDA of 1.22. It's not too bad, is it? That's not terrible.
For Drow Ranger,
For
the
Drow
way we see, I mean,
Ranger,
Drow we
in
usually
games
see
that you
feeds.
lost as well. I'm going to try and find those games.
They use a Moonlight Shadow. No one is actually setting up for a gank with this here. As well with Roger, and they have Drow level 6 now too, so that aura is going to let them do so much more damage. The setup onto Abed again, Meteor, quick easy kill.
More money for no one.
He's just going full Exort, it looks like. He's put the 5th point into, only 1 in the Wex for that Alacrity and Meteor combo. Pasha gets tossed on top of with Jabs and DJ, but he just taunts and scurries away.
And looks like one of the games where he played Drow was pretty close. There's actually a game where he lost against the legendary Loda. So Loda, one of the men to being able to beat the solo Drow Ranger.
Was that like that looks like an in-house?
No, this is the...
That is an in-house.
It was an in-house, but still, it had a lot of pros.
Yeah. Continuous smokes, VP. Smoking again, they've got level 6 on both supports, and they're looking to punish MP. He has to be careful here. Fiend's Grip is a quick, easy kill. Again, the wraparound. They've got sentries too.
They
MP.
do. They see him.
Oh, he
but
hides
he's
in the
the
trees.
shadows. Oh, they've got the vision though.
But he's dead.
They've found him.
Solo
and
gets the kill.
Solo gets that. He gets that money. Gets that money. Level 6 and working on the Dragon Lance.
Setting up again. Doesn't have that much more mana to work with though. And there's rotations coming in.
He should be fine.
He'll be fine though.
Yeah, he's a little too beefy. He's got the point booster, the 2 nulls. It's a hard game for Fnatic to make the plays happen.
It is. They only really have the tiny to make plays around the map.
Yeah.
So again, a lot, like we said last time, a lot of pressure on DJ to see what he can do. Ice, Ice, Ice. His heroes, it's a Tidehunter. He's extremely static. He can't really move from his lane and go hunt people. It's all about just like the team fights after your laning phase and Ramsey just keeps threatening him. Gets hit by the Anchor Smash this time, so his damage does get reduced. Sunstrike will connect again.
Oh, really nice Sunstrikes from No One this game. Ice, he tries to hide, but the arrow comes in. Ramsey's with the control, and VP pick up another kill on this top lane. They'll take the tier 1 tower as well. 12 minutes in, 7-3, and closing on a 3k lead, 4k in XP. It's looking to be another good start here from VP in this game too.
Looking like a fantastic start so
Yeah.
far. Solo might go down here. DJ is smoked up.
They found the carry.
They found him.
Solo's gone, Roger.
He's got the TP, he'll be fine. They put a lot of wards down in their defensive jungle to protect Solo on VP. They put 3 actually, and one in a pretty unorthodox spot. Just to watch the positioning of the lane so they can farm at their tower safely. And mid again, no one is gonna get the solo kill. He is. There is rotations coming in though.
Styling on him. Can they kill him? They're popping the Ravage, and that will allow them to take down No One. It's a big kill. And again, losing Arbed before they're able to do so.
Ramsey's looking to hunt on mid lane. Do they have the arrow? They're gonna tank it with DJ.
Oh.
Good positioning there by the Tiny.
Let's see if they... That's going to mean that they can all get out, though. DJ tries for the combo to pass from Ramses.
The Gust on 2. They've got it on the Weaver.
Solo with the wraparound. Silence will wear off. MP's able to Shikuchi. Silence not quite long enough for this stage of the game, but DJ actually gets left behind. Actually ends up coming back up that path rather than heading the other way.
He
So
tanked the
they get
arrow,
kill.
though. That's the important thing. He tanked the arrow
keeps-
to protect his
keeps his core safe.
his core, yep. And it's important also that this, whenever... that Solo's alive inside of these fights, right? Like, as long as he's alive, he
given the
contributes
aura.
so much aura to the Mirana as well in the Evoker.
Absolutely.
And even the Bane. I mean, Roger's been doing a fair amount of right-clicking. He's 4-0-3 on this Bane. Look at that base damage.
I mean-
78 plus 38. I mean, that's a lot to work with.
And this is the thing, the draft of VP does really sort of, you know, they can play and make these moves without the drought. Like, the other 4 heroes together can just get so much done in terms of killing potential, as we've seen.
Yeah, and also in the later stages
So,
or in the
yeah.
mid game with the Brewmaster, one of the beautiful things about playing
Wait, he's
Brew
got the
versus
aura.
Tide is the Tide comes in, you just throw him in the air the whole duration of the fight, and that's not one of those things that it's like, oh, he's taking damage, it's going to be dispelled off of
There's
it.
no
You're
doubt,
just being
no.
thrown in, and
Yeah.
look at Dota Plus, it's feeling pretty
50,
pretty even.
I'm a little
50-50.
surprised on that. I'm a little surprised that it's that even, and in
No
fact,
one's setting
starting
up
to
for
edge
bottom.
towards Fnatic. MP will get the time lapse off. The rest of Fnatic are moving in onto No One. No One immediately with a Ghost Walk. Toss forward onto Ice. They've got the dust. No One getting collapsed on. They get the kill.
Going for that kill is very tough to kill a Weaver. Even if you have the Sentry down, I mean, the time lapse, the Cold Snap procs in between are not enough to actually hold him down long enough. So a bit of a greedy play by No One, and Fnatic punishes it perfectly. Bounty Rune's coming up soon. We already see Pasha in position for it. But he's under ward vision.
Yeah.
And we already see Fnatic. They're making the way over to him. He has split. He's fairly tanky.
Dire's middle tower has fallen. Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
What? Moonlight's Well, do they have more dust?
They do. They have dust and sentries on jabs.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Arrow. They just popped the split. They're looking to try to get something onto jabs here. The arrow is down though already. Yeah, Ramsey did use it, but they might have enough damage anyway. And they will.
Timing's perfect, bringing him down to get hit by the Sunstrike.
Very nicely done.
VP continuing the lead this game. As how we're looking on that Aghanims, No One. Yeah, he's just
very close.
one bit away.
Yeah, and Abed doesn't have his first farming item yet. Look how look how much they've slowed down Abed. I mean, this game it was mostly just No One, but look at that. He's bottom 5 net worth again this game.
From bottom lane, VP, they're coming in with a wraparound. The Ravage does catch on to the 4 of them. They'll get themselves on top of Solo. Fnatic get 1. Can we get anything more? Roger turns for the brain sap. Ice and MP trying to focus him. The toss forward on the Siege Creep will kill off a second as Fnatic claim 2. A good play there from Fnatic. 2 kills, no deaths on their own side.
Whenever they can keep getting MP involved. Oh my god, MP almost just got Sunstrike. It was so close. MP's just going for straight damage build this game. He's going for Maelstrom on the Weaver. Wants to be able to farm and push out waves too.
It is a little scary though against these heroes. Like
Yeah.
you can die very easily as this Weaver.
He is incredibly squishy, yeah. Next is queuing up for that Lance and BKB. He was really gonna need that BKB just to deal with that the Gust in particular. There's no one. As the Ags finished up after this Dragon. So very early on. 1640, almost level 14, 2 on the Invoker, so that kill threshold. Sunstrike is no joke. 600 pure damage when he has it.
Fnatic still just needing to make the space for Abed.
Yeah, that is the biggest issue. How slowed down he is, but he has his farming item. He has the Book 1, which allows you to really boost your farm, and then he's going for that Midas next. That's the new build that we're seeing, of course, on this Arc Wardens. But in this game, they've got decent ways to close the gap onto the Arc Warden. So sometimes the difficulty is getting on top of that hero, but they have a Brewmaster, they have leaps, they have these different ways of getting into that bubble. Jabs has been really prepared this game, though, with Dust and Sentries. Like here, they riddle the bottom side with Sentries, and there's a Moonlight Shadow coming out, but they are completely aware of that. Jabs even puts down the Tinker Ward, so they can actually see all this moving coming in, and they'll escape, buying themselves more time while that Ravage was on cooldown. 15 seconds till that's going to be up, but Ice, they're setting up for him now.
Yeah, no one with the perfect setup, so there's going to be in there as well. The silence does get crackened off, but Ice just melting to the right clicks of these two.
Can't crack off Ice Wall.
Spawn MP trying to poke for this.
The Sunstrike
But
as well.
Pasha,
The
he's
damage
got
is
the
there.
backup. Roger, indeed. The DJ can't get in time to get an Avalanche off to cancel the Fiend script. He's lost his Weaver. And now he's almost certainly going to lose his own life too. With the Primal Split on, Winter's Curse will put a bit of a stop to it. As Jabs trying to do his best to help DJ out. DJ is bringing Abed forward too. They can turn it. They turn up as a team and they are able to punish Roger at least.
But they get a big kill. They get the Weaver, the most important, the most farmed hero on the side of Fnatic, and they only lose their 5 position.
They're losing a tier 2 potentially as well. Ice is going to come in with the TP. Does have Ravage. But the Siege and the right click from VP's lineup with this Drower just melts the tower. Silence comes out, pushing Ice back for now. As Ramses and Solo will simply be able to walk away.
They bought time, so now that Arc Warden has Midas, and he can start to climb that net worth, but he's still super far behind. 3,000 gold behind the Mirana, 2,000 gold behind his counterpart in that mid lane, and his levels too. He's catching up, though. He's gotten a lot of time to just sit back and farm, but he's still 2 levels behind No One's Invoker, and they're smoked up immediately looking for a play. There is a Ravage available for Fnatic, and Ice is in the area.
Have to be a little careful. As we saw, last time Ice down bottom did manage to set up a good team fight for Fnatic.
Hey, he's looking like he's just going to try to tank up on the Tidehunter this game. But there's a lot of damage that's going to be coming through from VP, that mixed magical and physical. Sentries placed down on both sides. Roger, he's walking in. He's found MP,
but MP, he's on top of him first. Roger will get bursted down. Quick anchor smash from Ice to finish off the Bane. The rest of VP are out of there as soon as they realize detection's down. Not a place that they want to fight.
So VP still with that 6k. How's our Dota plus? It's actually giving Fnatic the win percentage right now.
It did early as well. Yeah, saw it slightly edging over to Fnatic's.
Yep.
I mean, is that because of, again, so what, late game heroes like the Arc Warden, would you imagine that he likes?
Yeah. And Drow Ranger, I guess, as the games progress, is one of those that, it has like a lower win rate past like 35 minutes or whatever it is. It's still only 20 minutes in, but VP's next timing are really those BKB, so they don't have to worry about the Winter's Curse or that Ravage at all. And I've seen Ice. Okay, I like this actually. Ice switched from the tank build. He needs a way to get into the fight.
And Peace found Solo. Solo's going for the TP out, but DJ's on top of him with the blink. They find Solo hiding in the trees. Smart move from MP there, sweeping back through the tree lines.
And these last several moments, it's Fnatic favored. Abed's just sitting back, farming the entire time while his team's able to get these successful plays. And VP, they don't have this great way to just start the fights just now. They only have ways to just walk in and really do them until they have a Brew Blink Dagger, if Pasha chooses to go for that. He's queued up he has the drums and he's queued up Vlads, which is the approach that we've seen, of course, from Puppey a lot of times, but they don't have their natural initiator like we've seen in some of those other situations as Fnatic. They found Ramses.
Oh, and DJ with the setup, bringing him down low. Ramses just put the BKB in the leap. MP's chasing. Can't get the hit off though, so Ramses will manage to get out of there with that BKB in the leaps. Fnatic certainly starting to hit back and put a bit of a scare into VP.
Yeah. VP have that blink now on Pasha though. This is where they can actually start to make plays better.
Has fallen.
A real initiator. Almost level 12 too. He's probably waiting till he has level 2 Brew Split if they want to try to take any fight, and probably waiting also for the Invoker BKB. Then they can look to just take a head-up fight and try to secure that Roshan, the thing that we usually like to see as a team with Drow Ranger. But Fnatic have done a pretty good job the last few moments of just patching those wounds that were happening before. As Abed is, has Maelstrom, has Midas, has Necrobook level 15. He's back.
Lane the 4 on VP. Ready to set up. Asher looking for an opportunity to jump in, and also prepared if Fnatic themselves come looking for a fight. The BKB on no one.
They're going to look to make a play here.
This is a very strong point for VP if they can get those sort of fights going off where Fnatic are grouped up, and for most of the part they have been so.
Yeah, they have to get some deeper vision on the side of VP as well. They're actually just they're just committing straight for that Roche pit with the double BKB. Roger's going to try to play some wards down. He's walking directly into Fnatic.
And they know what's going on. As ISS tries to head towards the pit, Nightmare holds him to the side of it. VP a little hesitant on finishing off the Roshan for now. They know that Fnatic's all waiting up there.
They kill it pretty fast with the Alacrity and Drow Aura though. Fnatic.
There's the jump. Pasha wants to
gets the
start
split
the
off.
fight. Primal split successfully. He's on top of the Wyvern immediately in the jabs. He's falling low. Jabs gets the cold embrace off in time. They'll send Ice up into the air. DJ jumps forward towards the pit.
He gets solo.
He'll be able to burst down solo. He's trying to get in on the Roshan, but the Fiend's grip holding him back. Roger with the control. Ice pops the Ravage, but they've lost DJ. Roger in trouble as 2 are dead on VP. Ramses with the BKB turns to fight back, leaps forward to get the attack speed to bring down Ice. As VP, they will get themselves the Roshan, get themselves the Aegis on Ramses. Do have a couple of casualties, but they still come out on top.
There we see exactly what we were talking about earlier on, right? Pasha blinks in, gets the start of the fight. He just throws the Tidehunter in the air, and there the team fight gets a lot more difficult for Fnatic to actually take without their Ravage to initiate their fight. They also all weren't there in time. I think Abed was still trying to approach the pit. They didn't have everybody there. They at least get solo. That big commit forward by DJ.
This is with DD as well. Yeah, MP has to get out of it. Got a couple more towers for the taking down bottom, so VP can just look to push.
Smarana hits so hard right now with this DD. 360 damage because of that Drow Aura on top.
Ramses, of course, still yet to die in this match.
Yeah.
Alright. Just flying on through.
VP like I was saying before, VP wants to get some deeper vision to play around. Right now they have only really their defensive wards set up. They want to be able to get at least 1 or 2 deep wards so they can play around a little bit easier, so they can make those Moonlight Shadow ganks happen on top of Fnatic and catch this Arc Warden who's just been getting away with murder, just farming time and time again this entire time while Fnatic is making plays. He's even doing the constant split push with the books on the sides. Has to be careful not to feed too many books. That's the one downside of this build that can actually end up happening.
Alright. Ice getting bursted at the front of the team fight.
The curse.
The follow-up, they'll take the Aegis out of the hands of Ramses, but the fight is ready to go as Pasha leads him with the Primal Split, has the control onto DJ, leap forward from Ramses, those right clicks ripping DJ to pieces. As DJ, trapped in the trees, gets taken down. They also have the control. Pasha, with the Spirits, throwing the Wyvern up into the air, cancelling the TP of jabs, allows VP to clean up 3 kills.
And a tower going to be led into that one as well. And that was without their Invoker. They just get the nice setup onto the Tidehunter and just blow him up pretty much instantly when he lands. MP now has BKB, so now he doesn't have to worry so much about that Gust, but he is not that threatening anymore. Just BKB Maelstrom on a Weaver.
He's not.
VP, they're looking to pressure high ground. There is a bubble, though.
It's only 26 minutes in, and VP.
They can't actually do this versus Arc Warden. The bubbles are going to come out and they can't commit forward, and now Pasha's going to pay with his life. They forced reactions back, but a very aggressive play is solo.
Being chased here. There is a haste rune. And he's got it. All them fine, he's out of there. The Fnatic, still, they need to try and make something big happen themselves. Ice obviously farming towards the Blink Dagger next.
Yeah, he went for
They need that jump.
He had queued the Blink Dagger for a while, and then he switched back to the mech because I think they wanted to contest the Roche. But now it's delayed them quite a bit here for him to be able to get in to get those Ravage properly. They have DJ to, you know, start the fights a bit here, but they need this Tidehunter Blink for that just instant Ravage on top of their faces if they can get it before the BKBs. Fnatic. They have all their ultis available. Arc Gordon split pushing the bottom lane too, so they've got a good position in their lanes to try to get a pick off here. They're going to scan up high ground, claim it as well, try to get their own deep vision down to try to get a pick off here. Ramses under vision.
Oh. Quick reactions there. Straight down under the tier 2, he's fine.
Their instant disable isn't really there for Fnatic either. I mean, neither side really has that like super fast disable. Bane, slow animations, Tidehunter is very obvious. The Tiny is probably the best one, but it still can be a little bit difficult sometimes. No one blinked on the high ground, so they're laughing a little bit as Roger sleeps him up there too. A bit of farm going on both sides here. This split push game is going to get very annoying for VP to deal with. Abed now fully online. Top net worth, boots of travel, Mjolnir. And we've seen what can happen when they try to threaten high ground on the side of VP. Just the bubbles come out and they're mostly ranged heroes. So that bubble, very hard for you to actually get on top of to push. Puts you in a very bad position.
VP, they know that they're still very much in control of this game as long as they stick together.
Yeah, and play around their vision. That's why you see them go to the bottom side of the map.
It's super hard for Fnatic to ever really get a jump upon them as smoke up.
They push bottom lane, and now they're going to look to hunt into the enemy jungle here. This could catch Abed and Fnatic off guard. Spark Wraith is down, but VP, they're aware. They're looking for it. They just blink in.
Yeah, no one goes in immediately. The Winter's Curse will hold him in place for now, but the Primal Split's there. Control onto Jabs. Jabs has gone on already. Pasha.
They want Abed.
He's hunting for another. He's got vision on Abed, has the stun, throws him up into the air, brings him straight down into the clutches of no one and Ramses as Pasha. Beautiful control with that Brew Ultimate. DJ and MP will find Roger on their half of the map, but no one. He's in immediately with the TP reaction, jumps forward onto DJ. And again, VP just taking 3 kills from Fnatic, and Fnatic only being able to hit back with a Bane support kill.
With a very, that was such a neat rotation that they did too, right? They pushed out bottom, they showed 4 or 5 heroes, and then they smoke and wrap all the way into the jungle because they know that Abed's going to be there trying to farm and push top.
Straight in.
Yeah, he blinked blind. They knew. They absolutely knew that.
He knows what's sort of their best reaction. It's going to be dropping a solo Winter's Curse onto him. That buys them some time to get away, but it doesn't really do anything that threatens the heroes of VP.
Yeah. Now he can push a tower by himself with that Drow Aura plus Alacrity. Easily brings it down. Getting themselves more map control. Do they have any wards? Roger's the one with the wards, so they actually can't put any deeper wards inside of Fnatic's jungle at the moment. But Fnatic gets slowed down quite heavily because of those 3 deaths. And now they're probably expecting that there's a vision somewhere inside of their jungle already, because the way that no one just jumped in without any hesitation. So Jabs, he's gonna check, see where it could be. Even buys more sentries. He's gonna just place them around everywhere. Just probably he's probably like, what? Yep. There has to be a ward somewhere around here, but they've checked the two likely spots, and there's nothing. How long do we have for Roche? 15 seconds till we find out. Yeah. Roger, he's getting spotted. He's dead. He wanted to get a ward up to be able to prepare for the Roshan.
Pasha. Ooh. Gets the blink of the Primal off.
And gets the D ward. Does he have a... He has a gem, I guess? He must have a gem on the room. Yeah, he does. Okay. He does. I was like, he's killing those wards without vision. What's happening? But no, he did buy that gem. It's going to be really nice inside the fights, too, because he's going to have vision around whenever he primal splits to be able to hunt the Weaver. So not having to rely on sentry wards being placed out in that area. But now vision around that Rosh pit, it's going to be the most important thing for the next upcoming fight. And Fnatic just lost their ward. But VP, they couldn't get theirs down either because they lost Roger while he was going for that.
More Ramses. Again, quick reactions from the Mirana. Fnatic still setting up around the pit, making it hard for VP to come over. And VP at the moment don't seem to be too bothered by the Roshan control, as they are just making the most of the map, split up at the top of the bottom. They do get an arrow connection onto Ice. And just, of course, frequently checking out the pit with the Sunstrike. But it is still a minute and a half. Just about until Roshan's back in the game.
Solo just staying bottom, hiding, just waiting for a situation to keep that split push going. Keep the momentum going in on a lane so that you can get a good position to go for that Rosh. Hasn't been spamming the precision aura though.
We'll use the Cataclysm to scout out.
Rosh will be up in about 70 seconds. They won't have Cataclysm right away for that one, but it should be up soon after. Spamming Moonlight Shadow pretty much every single time it's up too on Ramses. Fnatic just continue to hold this high ground around the Rosh area. They know they want no vision to be placed here. They want no Obs ward. They want to try to control that area around the pit. And no one, he just keeps sending a Forge Spirit in just to prepare. Constantly just keep checking that area. As the split push continues with the Arc Warden, these books, we'll probably see no one farm them.
It's mid. Trying to get close to one another again. Lane. No one just clearing out that double.
Easy money.
The blink on the Wyvern now. So Fnatic, they do have good ways to set up a fight.
Yeah, good ways for that BKB piercing disable too. VP though, they have Glimmer Cape now on Roger too, and they've got level 18 on the Brewmaster. Pasha, Blink, Vlad's, Drums, level 18. Doing incredibly well on this, position that he doesn't really play. 5, 2, and 6. They want to get a pick off ideally before that Rosh starts, and they really want to get vision. The most important thing for them is really keeping tabs of where the Tidehunter is. If Pasha can just jump in, throws the Tidehunter in the air a few times, that team fight's going to be super difficult for Fnatic to take.
Here we go, VP. Into the pit, Fnatic, how are they going to push them out of it?
Ramsey's built a very tanky build too, having a full Ive Scotty finished right now.
It's going down pretty quickly here with Ramses heading away. Jabs, he's going to jump in. Just going to put the Winter's Curse only onto the Mirana for now. So not really going to annoy Ramses too much at all. DJ jumping in with the combo, looking for Roger, but VP, they're just in the pit, and Fnatic, they're not getting in it.
And now they're even controlling the Tiros on the side. They got MP with the Fiend Script.
Yeah,
the Cataclysm.
Now, they're just going to get the kills as well. They get the Rosh, they get the Aegis now. Fnatic, they've got to run away. VP taking everything, and again, taking the team fight too. As an attempted CP will be unsuccessful by Abed. Jump forward from Pasha, gets the clap slow onto the two of them. MP pops the BKB. He's desperately trying to kill off at least Roger. They do find the Bane, but Fnatic, they've already lost so much in this fight. Ramses, he's also going to be fine. DJ tried to jump back in on top of him to at least bring down the Mirana once, take that Aegis out of his hands, but he will not be quite as fortunate. MP tries to come around and kill Ramses, but he just can't. Ramses survives. God. Triple kill for the Mirana with the Aegis intact. 25-17.
They can't even get the Ravage off in the fight because of the control that's coming out from Pasha. He jumps in, gets the Tornado, just does it multiple times. They even try like burning his mana time and time again with like a Tornado EMP combo. Ice just can't play the game versus this Brewmaster. Look at him, he's bottom 4 net worth as well. It's just been an impossible game.
Yeah, Pasha
for him to get a setup.
Pasha's just been playing excellent.
He really has.
The way that he goes in and just disables and disrupts it. He knows the perfect target each and every time. Who he's going to be sending up, who he's going to be stunning, and it really does make the fights impossible for Fnatic to play. The buybacks will come out. Sai tries to lead him, but again, Pasha, just immediate blink reaction. He's out of there. The mid lane rack's taken. Full Shiva's Guard picked up by no one.
playing Tidehunter versus Brewmaster is just, it's so difficult. I mean,
but
he literally
dude,
just has to just tornado him every single fight, and the team fights are almost impossible.
I think
for
you can
Fnatic.
sort of take that second half of the sentence out. Playing Tidehunter is, it's not easy. This hero is not a super strong hero. It's very hard to make work in any sense.
Yeah, and the way that VP, they all split up inside that fight, right? So Jabs tries to jump in, get this curse off, but there's nobody in there except for one hero, so it doesn't actually hit anybody else. The Bane sleep on the Tidehunter control. They get the follow-up Tornado afterwards. They almost kill the Weaver at the start of the fight with this Fiend's Grip plus Cataclysm combo, but he gets Force Staff, thankfully, from, I believe, Abed.
I mean, this game, I mean, VP, they may have sort of had some crazy stuff happen in the draft, but the way they played doesn't look to be affected at all. You know, Ramses and Noan had a beautiful lane.
They're the carries.
And Solo, he's been chilling short at the start. He got bullied, died a few times, but he's been playing it very safe. Yeah. Fantastic map awareness of where to be, and look at the damage that he's kicking out. Everyone getting 89.
Yeah, he's been surviving throughout the majority, well, most of the fights too, to be able to boost up his true carries. So they've got Vladzor, they've got Drower, they've got all these different things to just allow them to be those beasts. And I mean, Ramses finished up the Scotty a few moments ago,
Ramses
but now he's
is
a full
massive.
MKB.
Level 25. He's loving life on the Mirana. Hasn't died at all this game.
9-0-10.
Yeah, this is... It's VP, ladies and gentlemen. Doesn't matter if they mess up who they're playing and what they're drafting. They'll still crush you. As this game, Fnatic, again, for the second time this series, left with very few options in terms of climbing back into this match. A little more options than they did have in game one, I would say.
For sure.
But it's not great.
No, it's just when, you know, they got these nice momentum, like a little bit of momentum on Fnatic when they were able to find some pickoffs and get the farm on Abed to catch up. But when it comes down to the true brunt of the team fights, it's just impossible for them to take unless Ice gets the initiation off, and he just can't.
No.
He can't versus this Brewmaster with the way Pasha's been playing.
This is game as well. You know, Solo, he's got better KDA than Abed. At the moment, Abed's just been struggling ever since he was bullied in that middle lane.
Yep.
As VP Pasha
just
straight
blinks in. Yeah,
Why
he doesn't
not?
care.
He knows how strong he is. There's not much they can do against a Primal Split.
If Primal Split goes off in the fight, I think VP knows that they'll be able to take it every single time.
Fnatic just can't get anywhere close to the racks to defend them. It's a full second set of racks taken by VP.
And now they back out. At no risk.
As I say, Solo, they can close this game, will be his first competitive win on Drow Ranger as far as I could see on the records. I'm pretty sure, you know, I'm pretty sure he's never, as I said, there was a couple of games they looked to just be in sort of competitive leagues with stacks rather than officials. But this match, I mean, Solo is going to be feeling amazing. But something very different from VP, but it certainly did not knock sort of that VP magic that they really do have.
Nope, and I mean, Pasha's played this so well on this Synth Brew. Like, it's one of his better heroes, and he made it look fantastic on the 4th position Brew. He's just had such heavy impact inside of every single team fight.
Oh, so we'll see where Solo goes with his money next. I mean, he's got the Ashe out. I don't know if he wants to finish off the Manta or if he maybe just wants to go for the bigger Agi items. Get a Butterfly.
Doesn't really
Get an
change too
Eagle
much.
Song.
His doesn't really change too much in the fights,
No,
right?
it's
His,
just, I mean, it's just
his
the
items.
damage is...
Yeah.
It's a crazy amount of damage from a Drow. 90 damage. And for those Primal Split as well. That's a lot of punch. That was all. BKB. Solo. Popping it a little early. They're heading in. They've got the Cataclysm coming down.
Oh!
Wow. Oh! A Ravage from the grave won't do anything to save Fnatic here as they've lost two. DJ's getting surrounded. Abed, he came back in for whatever reason. He's dead as well. MP will time-lapse. The BKB and Shukuchi will escape, but it's GG. It's all over, ladies and gentlemen. It really is for Fnatic in this series as VP take it 2-0. And with a solo Drow Ranger as well. Solo's first win with the Drow Ranger in his many years of playing Dota 2 in an official. And wow, what VP. I mean, today, some days they really are on it, and today was one of those days.
And they crushed the 2 lanes, right? Top lane, they destroyed the Tidehunter plus the Wyvern. Mid lane, the Invoker just decimated Abed. And then inside the team fights, Pasha just every single time finds a Tidehunter, and they just can't play without that Tidehunter control in the fights.
No, as I said, you know, Tide, we may have seen obviously Ice try for it before, and it is one of his heroes, but it just, at the moment, this hero is, if you don't have a good start to the game, it's so hard to itemize and just have any sort of impact. As we saw, so sort of one good Ravage. Other than that, Ice just wasn't able to do anything to help his team out really on the hero. As VP A win for the Solo Drow Ranger. The panel were trying to take back some of their predictions when they heard Solo was on the Drow, but it was a good job that production made you stick with them as Solo. Don't doubt the kid.
Yeah, good advice, Zoe. Thank you. I was like, Solo? Drow? What? It worked out in the end. They knew exactly what they were doing, didn't they? Despite the pause at the start of the game. 2-0, very, very convincing for Virtus Pro. You gents were arguing like crazy towards the end of that game. Do you want to share?
We're just doing some simple math for the.
Well, it didn't sound that simple in the end.
I was just Drow Ranger, you know, calculating the bonus
Right.
damage.
Okay.
We came to the conclusion it's roughly 90 to 100.
The aura, yes, that is correct.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was fun to see Solo draw.
Yeah.
If it worked out well.
Is
or
that,
not.
what, is that what we saw, or did we see the no one Invoker?
I mean, it was like very interesting to see like how a support player would play a core Drow. Like he was standing in trees a lot. He didn't really
Hit creep?
push
He
much.
didn't really know
yeah.
what it was doing.
Yeah, pretty much.
I mean, we joked at the start of that game when the pause came up at the start.
Yeah.
And everyone was like, oh, was it a misclick or...
It was a misclick for sure.
Right. And then why pause at the start of the game? Was he like, guys, what do I buy?
And probably no one's like, no, we have to do something about it.
I think they were like, we need to ask them to remake. But if we ask them, they say no.
And then we look like dumb.
Then we look greedy or
Yeah.
needy.
Or maybe it was just part of the plan. We'll find out very shortly.
You
Anyway,
kind of have to figure out the warding, like who's going to buy the wards, where they
Right.
go, because normally that's solo, and it's all, you know, you've got your routines, and suddenly your routines are broken.
Yeah.
Maybe that's why he stood in the tree so much and didn't do anything, because he was coordinating the warding. Ward here, ward here. Let's go here.
or maybe he was the ward.
Wards don't give good vision in trees, though. No, you don't want to ward in the jungle.
I mean, all we do know is that was a thoroughly good performance again.
Yeah. I mean, Ramses and no one in particular, I think, just...
They absolutely destroyed.
Yeah. I
Yeah,
mean,
10-0 Ramses.
I think Roger also did a really good job, though, initiating these fights. He just ran in, actually, alone and sleeping a guy.
Yeah.
And then he died.
He was kind of my. I mean,
I
no
mean,
one
that's what
played
Bane's
amazing,
supposed to do,
but
isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, you
Oh, you're
preferably
talking
you fiend script someone too, but
The Brewmaster in the fights, I think, was like my MVP.
Yeah.
He's the one who was setting up every single team fight, completely ruining the Tidehunters game, finding the Arc Warden numerous times when he's trying to TP out.
Yeah,
it was
this-
a fantastic brew.
It's when you play with a Drow, sometimes you see people greeting and pick like 5 range heroes. And if you look at this game in specific, you see how important a tank hero like Brew is. Just
Yep.
setting them up.
just make space.
Fnatic's performance, gents. How would you summarize that over the series?
I think a bit
bit lackluster,
disappointing,
yeah.
maybe, yeah.
Draft-wise, play-wise, just felt like they didn't really come in with a good plan.
I mean,
Picked some
draft
heroes that
two,
aren't
draft two was
too
better
amazing.
though, wasn't it? A bit more balanced, less greedy.
It looked it to me, but the Tide just ended up feeling pretty
Yeah.
weak. There's a reason no one's picking Tidehunter.
I think the biggest problem I have with Fnatic right now, everybody loves these hard carries, and it just feels like they're not very comfortable running any of
Right.
them.
All running against them.
They need the new
Yeah.
patch.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
definitely a new patch is going to benefit them a lot, but if they can't kind of weasel their way like into these carries, then it's going to be rough for them in a lower bracket, I think.
Yeah, it could be a tough run for them, couldn't it? They were not good on the scoreboard either, as Bulldog has already pointed out. Rams is the star in terms of scores on the boards, because the 10-0-12 stands out very nicely on that Mirana. Likewise, a couple of other ones. No one 7-2 and 16. In on 16 of those kills as well, just all over the map. So another good display.
It's great. I mean,
I mean,
two
it's better than the
games-
groups.
Way better.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
2 games in a row, no one crushes his lane. He did this game with the Invoker. He did last game as well. That's what you want to see.
Yeah.
Well, actually, no, sorry, he wasn't mid last game.
No,
that
he
was,
was-
Ramsey.
yeah.
2 games in a row, Abed has a bad mid lane. I think if we're talking about Abed's the guy that needs to carry Fnatic, well, he can't lose his lane 2 games in a row, which is not him losing. It's just the hero matchups.
I mean,
that's
just
getting bad.
Invoker beats Arc Warden so hard.
Yeah.
It was Invoker mid, right? Against Arc Warden.
Yeah, Invoker
Yeah.
mid, and then last game it was also the bad
Morphling.
matchup.
Morphling Invoker.
Invoker too. So
I think we've got a bit of controversy to discuss.
What's that?
You're going to see the MVP in a moment. In fact, let's see it now, and then you guys can argue about it. Drafting, guys, drafting for the draft. Like, you don't need to always have the plays or stand in trees to win MVPs.
kills
Yeah.
0. Oh,
Yeah.
oh, that's his Bane game. His Bane game was good.
Stats, schmats. Stats mean nothing. Copyright in the hands. Like, drafts,
But,
guys.
it is true because no one and Ramsey, they've been playing for a little bit. but when they play with solo, that's when they really shine. So he is the enabler.
I think I want to give him MVP because he managed to click on the wrong hero, and then he clicked on the confirmation button too, somehow. Because there's always this like, do you really want to pick this hero?
But how did he do
Yes,
that?
And
I don't
still
know.
win.
And still win, yeah. How do you do that?
Yeah, it's easy. He just shows how easy it is to play core.
Yeah,
Makes
core
it look
rolls.
easy.
Yeah.
It's that easy to play core, is it? Okay.
Yeah.
Well, let's find out because we've got a core player who's standing by in the player area right now. No one joins us. Good afternoon, sir. Well done. Good game.
Thanks.
Interesting second game. Solo on the Drow. Explain.
I think he just want to show the little kid how to play Drow Ranger.
Did he do that?
No, but he showed something.
What do you rate his Drow out of 10?
10. Actually 20.
20 out of 10. Wow.
20.
Nice.
That's hardcore. I like that. This seemed like a much better performance from you guys. Did it feel like that to you? The group stages looked a bit tricky for you. Both 2-1 games in that group stages, and you pushed quite hard. Did this feel better?
Yeah, we changed something in our strategies about the picks and the lane stage as well. That's why. I mean, we'll see it later.
Yeah, I guess I don't want to be too disrespectful to Fnatic, but you're going to face tougher teams in this tournament, aren't you?
Yeah. I mean, like Fnatic, we just crushed them with the picks, actually, with the strategy.
Right.
And they didn't show some good Dota, at least.
Yeah, it didn't
Against
show
this.
the way that we know they can play, that's
Yeah.
for sure. Were you surprised they banned out the big three cores in that second game?
We are?
Or you didn't expect them to do that, or you were ready for it, or?
I mean, I didn't even watch the bans at the drafts
Okay,
at all.
all right.
I just.
Is that why you just laugh during
yeah,
the draft? Because
yeah.
I never see you like focusing on anything.
We just make some jokes about like Arzik and Ramses is
Yeah.
drafting right now, and we
And you
just
don't care?
Yeah, we're just talking with each other.
But surely you're like, yeah, give me Lena or give me
No. He
Invoker.
asking.
Okay,
like,
alright.
what do you want? What do you prefer here?
Okay. All right.
That's-
And that's the
that's
only
all.
time you're paying any attention.
Yeah.
All right. Seems like a good strategy. Bulldog, any questions?
Yeah, looking at your group stage, you looked like a little bit shaky, but now you look kind of good again. You're going to play against, I think it's, who are they playing?
NRP.
against?
NAP.
Yeah. How comfortable do you feel about that?
I won't say much, but we're pretty confident. We are pretty confident against NAP. I think so. We'll see. They won a G actually. We didn't expect that. I think that didn't expect that as well, but like
I
We'll
didn't
see.
either. But yeah, just a question regarding the coaches. How is Azek like fitting into the team? Is it like very different or is it very similar to before?
it's different style. Like I won't say much.
Yeah, of course not,
'cause,
yeah.
like, but it's pretty different.
You like it? It's good?
We'll see, but right now, yes, we'll see it like at the TI actually. At the-
It's pretty hard.
Yeah, no,
That's
so
all that matters.
no pressure. No
Yeah.
pressure. You just got to win TI with the coach, and then he's good. Thank you very much for joining us, and go and get your rest, and look forward to seeing you in the semi-final of the upper brackets against NIP.
Thanks.
There we go then. No one, and the Virtus Pro boys safely through the upper bracket, as we expected, I guess, gents, didn't we? It wasn't like a shock to see them win this 2-0. I don't want to be, again, too disrespectful to Fnatic, but pretty much everyone other than the hardcore Fnatic fans thought this should be a Virtus Pro 2-0.
I personally feel like different. Don't you feel a bit different? Like when Fnatic came into the groups, I thought they would do a lot better. And then here, I thought they would also
They were in a
have.
tough group, though. I mean, and a group that they were kind of expected to finish second.
I mean, it
They
was.
had an easy group in the terms of getting top 2 in their group.
Right.
It was
Yeah.
very easy. I
Yeah.
think they had 2 teams who were probably bottom 4 in their group, and then they had LGD who stomped them.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, but it's just like the second time I feel a bit disappointed by their performance. First against LGD, they got completely demolished, and now it looked really one-sided too. It's like,
Is that not just a difference in the pecking order right now?
yeah, it might just be me like having,
High
thought too highly of them.
expectations.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
Might be.
it's a great lineup on paper, isn't it?
Mhm.
Let's take a look at the brackets and show you where we are right now, because we've completed round 1 of the upper bracket. You can see the 4 teams who have all advanced on in green. Team Secret, of course, winning yesterday 2-0 against Victory. It was a very good performance by them. LGD likewise dominating Alliance 2-0. And then earlier today, Ninjas in Pyjamas upsetting Evil Geniuses after losing the first game, coming back to win in 3. And Virtus.pro just now, of course, having completed the victory over Fnatic, will also move on to the semis. We've got 2 more games left today, both best of ones. J-Storm versus Team Aster in the lower bracket to decide who goes through there and who goes out of the tournament. And then, of course, our final match of the day, where I guess Forward are probably the favourites in that one.
Yeah, for sure. Gambit, they have not shown really that much, honestly. Like in Forward Gaming.
But a couple of good games, though.
Yeah,
With the
but
4-man Black Hole.
not against the best team, so I don't know. I feel like Forward Gaming is just like a level above.
The 4-man Black Hole was the team playing them.
Yeah, Tigers.
That was Tigers. But that was a
It was in
their
that,
game.
it was in that game. But it was
No.
fine, sorry.
No,
Move on quickly.
A potential hype match coming up though,
It's-
right? Forward against EG.
I was.
well,
and
maybe. if
lower
they-
bracket round
yeah,
2.
because that's
Yeah.
that would be pretty.
I think Forward's a top 8 team. They
It's slightly
were
unlucky,
so
isn't
close.
it? Yeah, with
their
the groups.
group.
Yeah.
By the end of the day, that Alliance game was just so scrappy.
Yeah.
But I think they should. I mean, I think they should make a run, but then they versus
Right.
EG, and it's like if they win, whew, anything can happen.
Yeah. Some good old NA stuff going on in the
Yeah.
lower bracket. We're going to take a break right now here at the Kuala Lumpur Major. Don't go too far away, though. Next matchup is the best of one as we head down into the lower bracket and eliminate yet another team. We'll see you soon.
Coming up next, J-Storm versus Team Aster.
Hello and welcome back to another episode of Global Silence. The game is very easy. Today with us we have J-Storm. You get to say one word, and I will write one word on the board. Your teammate has to guess what that one word is with only your one word. Should be an easy game, should be a lot of fun. Gentlemen, you guys ready to play?
Yep. Sure.
Fantastic. Hero number 1.
Helicopter.
That's correct. Well, copter, technically should not allow that since she said copter.
Just giving them a chance,
They
right,
both
Mark?
have
Just giving
copter.
them a
No worries,
chance.
no worries. All right, let's get away from heroes for a little bit. Okay, here we go. Shadow, you're up first.
Dude, how the hell are you gonna say this? Okay. Whatever, man.
We need to do this in more terms, man. You just need to accept it.
Dark.
Dark.
I'm baiting you.
White.
Whoa, he didn't even get to guess yet. Chill.
Night Stalker.
Incorrect. Night Stalker. Sir, you're up.
White.
What is that?
White.
Dude.
Go ahead.
Isn't it? He said dark, and I said white.
Dark and white.
His clue makes no sense. Just saying.
Okay, let's
It did.
go ahead, my friend.
And mine does too, then as well, you know. If you think.
No, there's no talking. There's one word. There's no communication between neighboring teams.
It's global silence.
This is global silence. The game. All right.
All right, pass.
Pass. You're up.
OD Pixel.
Technically 2 words, but I'll take it.
That's a name.
That's fine.
X.
Axe.
Navi US.
No idea.
Okay, well that's all right. I'm gonna give you caster. All right. Yes,
Oh.
Fox. Best
Oh no, he didn't get that. That's not fair, man. He said
I don't
that.
care. We're moving on. Okay. These are very complicated. Let's go for a nice, easy,
I mean,
nice,
mine
easy
was a
one.
good. Mine was a good clue. It's just I had to follow up on it.
dark and white do?
We didn't.
I
have-
don't know. That is
Let's not talk about it.
Jimmy, you're up. This is a very easy one.
I know a word, but then I don't know if,
You're not allowed to say any spell names.
how good's your English, man. Vocabulary. Fresh meats.
That's 2 words! Part of the game! It's just say 1 word! Do you have a guess? Yes! Congratulations! No, it doesn't count!
Oh, come on, man.
It's 1 word!
I thought it was a dash in between it.
There's no dash! They're 2 separate words! We're gonna go for an easy one.
All right, sorry, let me read it. Can we just start over?
We're gonna go for an easy one, all right? First person to get an actual point wins the game.
All right, thank you.
Here we go. Ladies
Gaben.
and gentlemen, hold,
Oh.
let him go,
Oh.
sir.
I didn't hear. International.
No.
Ice frog.
Dota 2.
That is correct. All right. We got the game.
Thank you.
All right, well, one more, so we can do the tiebreaker, the best of 3. I believe you both have 1 point.
We have 1 point. Relax.
We all have
Chill
1
out.
point.
No, chill out.
This
Milan.
is it.
No, he gets
Milan.
2. Gyrocopter and fog.
I'm not gonna. You said helicopter for gyrocopter. That's you said the word.
I know. Get out of here, man.
One last one.
Okay.
Last one. Are you ready?
All right.
Here we go.
Can you repeat the rules for Jimmy?
No. Please.
No using names or whatever it may be. 1 word.
Boom.
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 Yes! We have a winner! Congratulations! What an incredible game! What an incredible time! Thank you everybody for joining us. We all had a nice time. Bye!